Okay, so audio is now on, so if you can hear us, please speak up in the chat. Okay, so audio is now on, so if you can hear us.
Yeah, we're good.
I can hear that as well in the background. So let's just go straight into it. There we go. We're all on screen. We're all on screen. Tom, are you there?
No,
I thought we'd lost Tom's audio.
Sounded like Grandpa from The Simpsons.
So hello and welcome back to the Pass the Turn podcast. We have a full team here today. And
14?
Full team here today.
Yep.
And we're just going to be cracking on with the Modern Horizon spoilers from where we left off last week. But for those, obviously, Tom, you weren't here last week. Is there any sort of standouts from the ones we went through last week at all before we go into the new ones?
No, I don't think so. Just for me, it was a Progenitor Ooze.
Oh,
Ooze
yeah.
Storm. That's what I was really excited for.
Well, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Ave Progenitor Ooze is on the screen now for the audience to see.
So it's 2 green for a 2/2 creature, legendary creature with Ooze Storm. Fucking hell. It's not legendary if it's a token, and it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each other Ooze you control.
Yeah,
so
cool. It's like it was made for you because you got the Ooze Secret Lair, and you've always talking about an Ooze deck, haven't you?
Exactly. This, annoyingly, it isn't the right colours, and also I just don't really know why they made it legendary. Like, just make it Storm, make it not legendary. You don't need to have that stupid extra line in there. Job done. Everyone's happy.
Oh, it's cool. I do like it. It's a shame it's green though. Like you have to have just a green deck, otherwise. Yeah. But you could just run the Mimeoplasm and have it in there, which is what you've got.
That's the plan.
But yeah, it's a very, very cool card. So yeah, we got to So Shiny last week. Andrew Donnelly, welcome to the chat. Apparently you're hearing me twice. No, I think that was just because Troy was checking the audio on his side, so I think we should be okay.
Yes, probably.
So let us know if you are having any audio issues now. Andrew saying, but then it can't be in the command zone. What can't be in the command zone?
What, Ave? I literally couldn't care less about that being in the command zone. Andrew?
No? Yeah.
He will be in the 99 every time, please.
Yeah, he's good.
But yeah, no, obviously, yeah, that's why they make it legendary. You can have a big, cool ooze in the command zone. But I just think, if you want oozes, surely you want some black in there.
Yeah, you want the necrotic ooze, you want all of the other stuff as well, all the Sultai oozes. Yeah, it's a cool card. But mono green, yeah, not for oozes. So Shiny. So yeah, we got to So Shiny last time. And the next card on the list is Monoskelion. So who wants to read this one out?
Tom.
Monoskelion. Silence, please. Monoskelion. 2 mana, 1/1 artifact creature construct. Monoskelion enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. You can pay 1 and remove a +1/+1 counter from Monoskelion. It deals 1 damage to any target. An unfinished body with unfinished business.
Isn't this basically Triskelion? Or am I reading it?
It's baby Triskelion,
Baby
correct.
Triskelion, yeah.
That's what mono means.
Ah.
Mono, 1. Triskelion, 3. There's Mega Triskelion somewhere, isn't there? There's like 6 or 8 or something. I don't know. Isn't there like a flying one?
I don't know. I think so, yeah. Don't know what it's called though.
No, I don't know.
But yeah, is this going to be? Obviously, it's not a commander card. Is it going to be any good in Modern Horizons? Modern? Probably not.
Nah, probably not. It's in the set, so probably not.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be just good for the draft. It'll be like a good draft card.
Yeah. Grixis Pingers.
Oh my god.
Good answer for anything like this.
Grixis Pingers.
I didn't even consider it. It's not repeatable enough. Grixis Pingers, you want to go ping, ping,
yeah,
ping, ping.
Keep it going. So yeah, we'll just not really good for our sort of stuff. This one's a good one though. I like this one for the squirrel stuff that's coming up. Dray Keeper. You got this one, Troy? Dray Keeper.
I don't own it. No. Oh, have I got it on the screen? Yeah. Sorry.
Troy.
Yeah, I got it. Dray Keeper.
Dray Keeper, yeah.
Yeah, Dray Keeper, right?
Yeah.
Right. Do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, go on then.
What is it? 3 black green. When Drake Keeper enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens, and then you can pay 3 and black. Squirrels you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until end of turn. So
Brilliant.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a 2/2 as well. Elf Druid.
Oh, it's not even a squirrel.
No, yeah, I just realised when I went, oh yeah, Elf Druid. You can see it in the background, can't you, of the
Oh, yeah.
picture.
He gave the squirrels acorns. He gave him vengeance.
I'm getting like Radagast the Brown vibes from the Hobbit film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's decent.
With his
yeah.
bunnies, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's brilliant.
that's cool. You're getting the creature as well as the everything else, so yeah.
3
Yeah,
bodies for 5 mana.
Yeah, not too
No,
bad.
I definitely think they're sorting the squirrels out more than the insects.
Oh, God, yeah. Squirrels are
Fine.
taking the cake here, I think.
Mm.
But yeah, I'll have a rant about that later. But yeah, I think that's good.
Cool.
Squirrels you control get +1/+0 and menace. That's good. So it gives
Yeah,
your
menace.
gives your massive army a way to get through potentially, as well. So yeah, that's quite cool. That's Andrew saying. Pentivus is the big Triskelion card apparently.
Thanks, Andrew. That's exactly what I was thinking of, and I could not. But I didn't really even think about it that much, to be honest, Andrew.
Was it from Darksteel, wasn't it? Pentivus. It's a very old one.
Probably.
So yeah, Pentivus, thanks for that. Dray Keeper, yeah, that's a cool card. So let's go to the next page. Well, I'll just scroll way too far down there. Loads of comments going on. Next page.
It's another squirrel person.
Oh, have you got it there, have you?
Is it Underworld Hermit? So we
Correct.
agree? Yeah?
Underworld
Yep.
Helmet, that's the one, yeah.
Yeah, he's like feeding the squirrels, look.
Just waiting for the...
Go on, Aaron, you do that one.
I'm just waiting for the screen to load. There it is. So it's mono black, this one.
Alright. Yep.
Underworld Hermit, black, black and 4 for a human peasant, a 3/3.
Yep.
When it enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens equal to your devotion to black. So that's interesting. So it cares about having a lot of black pips to create green squirrels. It's just not the squirrels we thought was gonna what we was gonna get, but it's so interesting. I think.
It's just like a worse version of Grey Merchant of Asphodel.
Yeah.
Instead of just like doing the immediate life gain, you'd get a horde of tokens, which I guess depending on the deck you might be able to make better.
Yeah.
Like you've got, and them enchantments like if it's opened into your battlefield, instead make like a 4/4 angel, but they're usually white, and this
Yeah.
one's black.
Not
Yeah.
gonna get it in that deck, are you?
It's a black peasant with purple pips in his pocket
Yeah.
that the squirrels seem to like.
They love it. It's like the Pied Piper, isn't he?
He's got blue eyes as well. Something not right about him.
Yeah, that's a weird one. A card that cares about your devotion to black for care. Well, you're going to be in mono. You're going to be in black and green, aren't you? So your mono black
Yeah.
or your black pips are going to be quite hard to get. But we will see. 6 mana as well. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. Goodbye. Not interested in that.
No. Goes well with Grave Pact. Andrew says. What goes well with Grave Pact? The Underworld Hermit.
The
Which is
peasant.
Grave Pact.
Equal
I
to
can't
your
remember
devotion
Grave
to black. Yeah, I guess, yeah, because Grave Pact is black, black,
Oh,
black, and 1,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what the squirrel deck wants to do, I think, isn't it, Andrew? I think it's like Golgari sacrificial stuff, isn't it? There's a lot of sacrifice in there. But I guess that makes sense for the colour pie. Black and green.
Yeah, they seem to have gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This next one's fun with the new Digin Commander. I think it's a reprint as well, isn't it? The next one. Chance Encounter.
It is. Chance Encounter, 2 red for an enchantment. Whenever you win a coin flip, put a luck counter on Chance Encounter. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Chance Encounter has 10 or more luck counters on it, you win the game.
God, that's ridiculous with the new one, the new Commander, isn't it? You're flipping 5 coins with a new Commander.
Yeah.
Well, the new Genie thing. That's mad.
The genie.
There's going to be some good decks coming out with coin flips, I think, which is interesting that Modern Horizons cares about coin flips. It's not really a modern thing, is it?
It's not really a me thing.
No. Pure chaos.
I'm quite keen to maybe make a flip deck.
Yeah.
What would that be quite fun?
What with the Digin?
Yeah, I don't know. Either the Djinn. Yeah, I think I probably would do that one.
Yeah.
I was even thinking maybe that one or the old partner ones. But yeah, I think I'd have them and put the partners in the deck.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you got a
I
massive...
want to know who the.
Sorry, carry on.
I want to know who the artwork is. Who the hell are these folk? Who's that demon character? I'm surprised Aaron hasn't made more of this already.
I think that's the Djinn, mate. I think that is the Djinn. Yeah, the flavor text is.
What is the Djinn's name? Desra.
Yusri.
Yusri. To Desera.
What are the odds? Indeed.
There you go. Yeah, so you got Yusri talking to this Desera character, which is nice. Like that bit of cohesion in the set.
Yep. Devil went down to Georgia.
It's going to be interesting to see, like on the EDH Rec, how people put together those coin flip decks. I reckon they'll be quite fun to play and play against as well. So just one of those things that just people that actually have a strategy, like Lou, for instance, Corvold strategy, trying to play against coin flip decks, you just don't know what to do. It's just all based on chance. Hence chance encounter. So yeah, nice little card for coin flip decks. You like this one? You like this next one, Tom, don't you? Jade Avenger.
I've just seen it as well. Yeah, you've got to do. Tom's got kids. He can do, or Aaron, you can do the little rhyme at the bottom.
I'll do it.
I did it in my head. I was like, oh my god.
Jade Avenger is a 1 and a green for a 2/2 frog samurai with Bushido 2. Whenever this creature blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2 until the end of turn.
Yeah.
Froggy fighter at the gate. Draw your sword and meet your fate. That's the flavor text, everyone.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
You can do all of the traditional children's rhyme flavor text from now on.
Oh, I wish that was on every card. I don't actually. I started to get a bit pissed off of all the jokey things in this set, to be honest. I quite like a joke in Magic, but I just felt this was just taking the piss at one point. But I don't know if I'm just getting really boring.
Getting old and boring.
Exactly.
Is this a prelude to Kamigawa cards coming up, though, do you think?
I don't know, yeah. Were there frogs in Kamigawa? Was that a thing? I don't know.
I don't know.
But, yeah, I don't know.
There is now.
Yeah.
Samurai ones.
Frog Samurai.
I don't know, it's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun.
It's an alright card, a little thing, I don't know.
Well,
again, it's just...
yeah, it's just like a... Well, you can read it as a 4/4 for 2 mana.
Yeah.
Because whenever it becomes blocked or blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2. So whether it's attacking or defending, which is what you want it to do, it's going to be a 4/4. So I think it's quite good.
There were no frogs in Kamigawa.
No frogs at all?
None.
Eatable.
That I've seen anyway. Just quickly looking through.
Well...
So I have no idea where this thing's from.
But it'll be a nice little... if we get Kamigawa, people are going to be like, I told you, the Jade Avenger was a prelude to the Kamigawa.
Exactly.
Next, we've got a nice little ramp spell. It's going to be interesting to see if this sees play at all. Terramorph.
Yeah, it looks alright on once you take it all in, but yeah, like you said, this could go either way.
Yeah.
This could be hot garbage for all we know.
Hot garbage.
But hey, we're not the experts.
We're not the experts. But yeah, it costs the same as an explosive vegetation. So green and 3 for a sorcery, searchlight for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So the difference is it doesn't come into play tapped.
Only one?
Only one, yeah.
Rubbish, isn't it?
But it does have rebound.
Oh, what's rebound?
Ooh, what's rebound? So if you cast a spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves. At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. So you get another spell, basically. So you do get 2 lands just over 2 turns, and they come in untapped. So what would you rather have, do you think?
Did they come in tapped for... What's it called, the other one?
So Rampant Growth and things like Farseek, I think they come in tapped, don't they?
Yeah.
But you have got like Nature's Law, but then that's untapped, but it's only forests. So this is just any basic land. So
yeah, but with the other ones like Explosive Vegetation and the ones that cost 4 mana, they always come in tapped. Whereas this costs 4, gets you a basic land into play that you can then use. So it effectively costs you 3 instead, if you look at it that way. And then you get a copy of that spell as well. So then you get another land into play untapped.
I don't know. It might be minuscule, but it might give you. It gives you an what is it? An extra turn, is it? So it gives you an extra turn to decide what next basic you want. You might, I don't know, shoot the gun too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get 2 basics, then get a card or whatever. Somehow you realise, I ain't got that now.
Yeah, it's just a bit overcosted, isn't it, for 1 land?
Yeah, I don't really know.
I think it sort of depends on what you want from the deck. Like, the cultivating stuff is good if you want, obviously, 2 lands to hit at the same time. Like, if you've got a good landfall deck that needs multiple triggers every turn.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just want to guarantee a land every turn, this is good. And this is also better for like a spell slinger style deck because you effectively get to cast it twice. So if you've got sort of like cast triggers, this one's going to pop off at an additional time.
Yeah. And as you were saying that, Andrew just chipped in and said, I see this ramp working better in a Spellslinger deck. So you both on exactly the same wavelength there.
Tom just read the comment and stole it.
I'd say, what if I am just Andrew?
Oh my god. I don't believe it.
Oh my.
But like one of them real crazy, you know, like the end of Shutter Island where he doesn't even know who he is.
Yeah.
I reckon it might be that situation. I don't know if I'm Tom or Andrew at this point.
Spoiler alert for 2010 film.
Yeah.
11 years ago.
Oh, that's quality. You should go watch it.
Yeah, it is good. So yeah, we'll see. As you said, it's got some synergies with like spell slingers and on cast stuff. So that's a good point. Next one, Verdant Command.
It's just like those. Was it the Strixhaven? Did we have command cards?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I think 2
Get
colour
them
ones.
all over the place, aren't you? Can't keep up.
Yeah, as
This
always.
is all right.
Yeah, they're never like sort of groundbreaking abilities. It's just
Absolute
nice.
green counter spell.
The choices, the modularity. So it's 1 and a green for an instant. You can choose 2. Target player creates 2 tapped 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. Counter target loyalty ability of a planeswalker.
That's good.
Exile target card from a graveyard. Target player gains 3 life.
Generic gain 3 life.
Yeah, but things it's always good. Like if someone's just they've activated a planeswalker, and there's nothing else really to do. I'll just gain 3 life then.
Yeah.
Or in limited, it might come up that 3 life make a difference to you.
Yeah.
I think it's quite good. I think it's good. I think it's good on a 1v1 basis because you can counter a Ugin ultimate, which is horrible. You can make some 1/1 blockers. You can exile something and you can gain 3 life. It's quite good in a 20 life format. Makes a bit of a difference.
Yes.
You maybe put this in the squirrel deck potentially in Commander, but I don't think it's that good.
Yeah. Don't know. Depends how expensive this thing's it might be like a decent little budget versatility card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't argue with it.
So that's quite cool.
Speaking of budgets, what about the next card?
I saw this the other day. I can't remember if I read it, but I think I liked it.
Carth the Lion. Who's reading this guy out?
Not to be confused with Garth, the not lion.
Oh, is there another? Oh yeah, Garth's in here as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
Garth. We talked about him last time, didn't we?
Garth and
Garth,
Carth.
one-eyed or whatever. One-eyed Garth.
God, they're getting lazy with names, aren't they? Lathril and Cathril. Garth and Carth.
Zabaz and absolute shite.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, Zabaz. Let's not get started about him.
It looks cool. Go for it.
Garth the Lion, I'll read this monstrosity out then. So, black, green, and 2 for a legendary human warrior, 3/5. When it enters the battlefield or a planeswalker you control dies, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal a planeswalker from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. And planeswalker abilities you activate cost an additional +1 loyalty to activate. So you get a +1 loyalty on all of your abilities, which is the first time I've ever seen that.
No,
Yeah, sorry, this is what that I read about. It was they were calling it the new Atraxa, apparently. The same people that said hot garbage a lot about certain things.
New tracks.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what goes through people's heads.
It's pretty mad though, isn't it? Everything gets a +1 instead.
Yeah. So it costs an additional +1 to activate.
Yeah.
So people are happy about having to pay more.
Exactly.
But don't even get me started.
But yeah, it's you pick them up really quick, and then you can activate it. What's that? The ultimates quicker. So good fun.
Yeah, it's just like
and then
I was gonna say, there's like -1 abilities. So -1 abilities with Carth out then turn into a 0 ability, don't they?
Yeah.
So that's quite
like
good.
Loads of the static planeswalkers from Bore of the Spark, doing like the uncommon ones that just had a static and a negative ability. A lot of them were just -1s, so they are just a static ability with an extra trigger every turn.
Yeah. So that's quite cool that all the -1s turn into 0s. So there'll probably be some nice interactions with that.
Auro's turned something into an elk is now +2. So that's nice.
God, yeah, that's not very nice. And it cares about when it enters as well. When it enters, or a planeswalker you control dies, so you can flicker it. You can Conjurer's Closet to keep looking at the top 7.
I think even the planeswalkers dying is quite a cool thing on that. Like it lets you replenish your planeswalkers.
Yeah.
In a heavy deck sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be a commander for a planeswalker deck because of just the fact it's black and green only. It'll probably just be in the 99 of a Super Friends deck, I reckon.
Yeah.
Don't know what it would do in 1v1.
I can't imagine a lot. I can't imagine you'd build a deck with enough planeswalkers in.
No.
1v1. Like Super Friends decks are always a bit shaky.
Yeah.
Because people can just like, okay, I'll just smash your face because you've got nothing to do about it.
Demon Berserkers. So yeah, that's quite cool. We'll see what people build with that. If it is an EDH card, I don't know. The next one looks well cool, and that's Arcbound Shikari. So we've got an Arcbound card again. Well, a modular card. So Zabaz is loving life here.
This is Zabaz's pet cat.
It is.
So 1 red and white for an artifact creature, cat soldier. First strike. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other artifact creature you control, and it has modular 2. So it enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and when it dies, you may put its +1/+1 counters onto another artifact creature, which is good.
Yeah,
I like all the modular stuff's always good. I'm surprised they've come back with it so much. I feel like I don't really know. Again, we don't really know much about modern, but I feel like modular must be sort of something that is viable in modern, surely.
I mean, it
like
looks cool.
Like I'm sure some of that stuff's been banned. I don't know, but is there not enough to bring it back?
Don't know.
There just seems to be a smattering of random shit in this set, though.
Wow. just literally all I got from this was Arcbound Shikari.
Yeah.
When it enters the battlefield, I'm like, enter Shikari.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've just had this tune stuck in my head the whole time Tom was reading it. It looks cool.
No, it does look good. The artwork looks cool, but
yeah,
modular. I don't know what that's doing really.
It's going in everyone's Ozagir decks.
Oh, it's going in.
Mine's still in the box.
Yeah. Oh, Ozagir. Yeah, I just literally ripped that deck apart when I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a nice little reprint next in Zuran Orb. So this is quite a rare card. I think it sees a lot of play in like Wind Grace sort of decks. Just where you've got obscene amounts of lands out, you can just sack them and gain 2 life. Crucible of Worlds, bring them back, sort of thing. If you've got, it probably be good in Corvold and anything that cares about whenever you sack a permanent, do something, because it's a free sack outlet for lands.
Yep.
So it's quite good, and it's a 0-cost artifact, which is always good.
Throw it in them storm decks.
Yeah.
I'm just going to storm out that ooze, motherfucker.
Sack all your lands. Gain loads of life. See how long it takes to lose all that life with no lands.
Absolutely. We've got Liquid Metal Talk.
I love this card, I think. Mm.
Yeah, you want to read that one out then?
I just like the art. I don't know why.
It does look
No,
cool.
it's hot. I think it's hot garbage.
Actually...
Liquid Metal Talk. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I just thought, it's just a bit weird for a Magic card, isn't it? There's probably others like it, but I can't think of any.
Oh, the artwork, you mean?
Yeah, the art style.
Yeah, it is a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, and then like, is that liquid metal on her lip, or has she just had that pierced?
That's just a piercing, that one.
Piercing, yeah.
Big damn liquid metal. Oof, right. Two mana value. Liquid Metal Talk. It's an artifact. You tap to add colorless, or you can tap to target non-land permanent. Becomes an artifact in addition to its other types until end of turn. So it just seems like they're trying to. Oh, me hat. What hat? They're just trying to. I don't know. It's like unless you're playing an artifact deck, Modern Horizons ain't for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably use this in my Bosch deck.
Yeah.
It's quite good because it costs 2 mana and it taps to add 1, so that's always good.
To be honest, a decent little 2 mana rock, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like it's a fairly good rate, isn't it? I know
People use them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simple ramp.
That's what I mean. Arcane Signet's 2 mana. You know, Fellwar Stone's 2 mana.
Yeah.
I guess it's at worst it could protect something, isn't it? If someone like destroys all enchantments, can you tap it to turn that into an artifact? Does then that still get destroyed? Or...
Yeah, it still get destroyed.
It's in addition.
It's an artifact in addition. Yeah, it doesn't completely.
Oh yeah, there must be stuff like that you can do.
Yeah, I think it's designed for like obviously this modular stuff in the limited environment, and just other like artifact decks when you like stuff gets like bonuses based on the amount of artifacts you control.
Yeah.
You can just only turn some random extra artifact, pump everything up a bit, and just all that sort of nonsense.
That's what I mean. In Bosch, you can just literally turn any of your stuff into artifacts and then chuck them at someone, depending on what their mana cost is. Because with Bosch, you have to pay 4 mana, and then you chuck an artifact at someone, deals damage equal to its converted mana cost. So there's other things in there which are high converted mana cost. You can just turn them into artifacts and chuck them at people.
No, that's all right then. There we go.
So yeah, perfect for decks like that. And the next card is probably a Bosch card as well, just because it's ridiculously high mana cost, and that's Scion of Dredo.
Yeah.
Which is just ridiculous. It's actually probably not a Bosch card, actually, to be fair, because it cares about the colours. But someone want to read this out?
It's a flipping Yuriko card, and then a discard.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. The mana value on it is massive, so it will benefit, Yuriko decks, or if you chucked this with
anything
Bosch
like
or
that,
someone, it's 12 damage. So who wants to read that bad boy out?
I think Tom does.
Scion of Draco, 12 mana for a 4/4 dragon.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking, guys. Severely overcosted. But wait, it has domain. This spell costs 2 less for each basic land type among lands you control.
Yeah.
So it could cost as little as 2 mana. Now you're thinking 2 mana 4/4. How fantastic. It has flying. And each creature you control has vigilance if it's white, hexproof if it's blue, lifelink if it's black, first strike if it's red, trample if it's green. And there we are. That's mainly the card there.
Yeah.
And if you followed how I read that, well done, to be honest, because that was fucking nonsense how I read that.
Yeah.
You got it right, though.
Yeah. Basically 4/4 dragon that can cost less and gives all of your stuff a keyword based on colour.
Yeah. That's pretty madness. Dragon deck, maybe? Multicolour dragon deck?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, because just
So
imagine
give
that.
all of the dragons trample.
Yeah.
A load of them first strike in red. They'd all have first strike. Some of them have trample for green. And a few extra weird ones.
Yeah, and then Dragon
Hexproof
itself.
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Make the Dragon just fucking bananas.
Indeed, absolutely. Voltron style. I've missed a chat. So, Andrew Donnelly, Memnarch is a pain with that thing. Yeah, so Liquid Metal Talk he's talking about, because you can turn anything into an artifact, and then Memnarch can steal it with its ability.
Good old Memnarch.
Yeah, little tricks like that, innit?
Oh, Memnarch is vile. It really is.
We don't play good decks, so we forgot about that.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Scion of Dredo, an absolute beast if you can get it out.
Wow. You don't need, like you said, people use things like that in Eurocode, don't they? In Commander.
Yeah.
They use Draco, actually. It was a 16 cost, isn't it?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Quite an old card, but yeah, it's like, what do you do? If you can't recur it, it's kind of, I don't know, is it a waste of space or is it smart play in that deck?
Yeah.
Probably not. You just have to discard it. I guess if you can do it, but there's a lot better things you can do in those kinds of decks, I think.
Yeah. So if you had this in Euroco, you could you could minimum, if you had a swamp and an island, you get it out for 8 mana. And then it's just it's just a 4/4 flyer which gives all of your stuff hexproof and lifelink.
Yeah, there's benefits to it, but yeah.
So it's all right, but then you can, if you Euroco it, you do someone 12 bloody damage. That's quite a lot.
Everyone 12 damage.
Yeah. Oh, everyone 12 damage. Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, something like
Just a risk.
Yeah. It's like it's a dead card pretty much. I don't know. In modern, I don't know if it'll see. I don't know. Like, it's something that you wouldn't want to see. Yeah, you wouldn't think you'd see shit like this, but whatever.
Yeah,
I think it's copy for Commander, isn't it?
It's definitely not hot garbage.
Well, he's definitely hot. He's definitely hot in something there, isn't he? Look at him.
He's making hot garbage.
Yeah,
he's making a new mana rock. Clearly.
Yeah, the liquid metal talk.
Yeah.
Shitting it out.
Or something else we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Next is a nice little card, which is, I think it's sort of like Abundance. There's another card called Abundance, and this is called Abundant Harvest. So this just does it once, basically. So Abundance does it every turn, I think.
Yeah, Abundance is an enchantment, isn't it?
Yeah. So
if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it's definitely a good mono green card, which I think you probably would have used, Troy.
Yes, I did at one point.
This is basically a one-time effect of that. It just says choose land or non-land, reveal cards from top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind, put it into your hand, and the rest in the library, bottom of the library in a random order, and cost 1 green. So, I guess that's quite good. Just dig in for a card that you want to get, I guess, in green. But I'd rather have the Abundance, or I'd rather have it every turn.
These are the sorts of weird things that end up being like really well played in shit like Modern.
Yeah.
Like there was that silly one that went absolutely bananas in Standard. It was far too good, and it was just a 1 mana green spell that got you a land. It was just like,
what was
insane.
that?
I can't remember what it was now. What was it?
Was it the Aldrain one that got banned?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Once Upon a Time, was it?
Yeah, that was it.
And they pretty much banned it
in every format.
Because I think if you have it in your hand, you can like do something with it.
That's it.
At the start of the game.
If it's the first spell you cast this game, you don't have to pay its mana cost.
Yeah, that's it.
And you look at the top 5 cards of your library, reveal a creature or land from among them, put it into your hand. The rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. So that is clearly significantly better.
Yeah.
But it is still, I don't know. It's the same sort of vibe. Is all I got off of it. It's clearly like a worse, like fixed version.
What's Andrew saying? Abundant Harvest was a mystical archive in Strixhaven, apparently.
Ooh.
So it's not an original card by the looks of it.
It's not.
Unless it was a...
Didn't we look through them in a podcast? So I can't remember.
We look for everything.
Yeah, clearly we didn't think it was very good, but now we do.
Oh yeah. It was in the archive. But was it ever printed anywhere else?
No, probably not.
What?
Oh, hello.
That's weird, isn't it?
How the fuck does that work? Surely, what? How can you have stuff in the archive that's not ever been printed anywhere?
It's a flavour fail. Oh, this is the mystical archive. We've never had this spell before.
No, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a flavour fail. I'd say it's just madness. Why did people not go more fucking bananas when that came out?
I think nobody knew.
What if that had been?
They probably called it hot garbage.
Yeah, everyone probably just skipped over it saying, well, this is clearly a green spell of shit, so let's carry on.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
It's not gaining me 3 life, I don't care.
Oh, dearie me. Anyway, we've got a great card here for mono green players.
I just noticed this. I've not seen this yet.
This is great.
If I don't buy this, I'll eat this hat that I'm not wearing.
Go on then, read it out, Troy.
Okay, it's called Scurry Oak. No, joking. That's the next one. Sylvan Anthem, costs 2 green. Green creatures you control get +1/+1. It's an enchantment, and whenever a green creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. Oh, that is hot, but not yabbish.
It's hot sauce, that is, that one.
That is steak sauce,
That
mate.
is literally...
That's peppercorn sauce on a steak.
Frank's hot, that is red hot cayenne pepper sauce.
That is chimichurri green herb sauce, glaze, whatever. Yeah. No, that's you'd be playing that surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. That's good.
So white is synonymous for Anthem effects.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything remotely as good as this. So
that is steak sauce. No, that's really good. Surely people can't deny that that's all right.
yeah.
It does feel like a white card though, so it's like it's got an anthem on there, and it's whenever a creature enters, scry 1. So yeah, that's.
If it said gain 1 life or something,
yeah,
you could call that a white card, no brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, scry 1. Yeah.
So, I mean, green doesn't even need these effects.
Yeah.
It's like white needs these effects where you get card selection from creatures entering. I think it's more of a white thing, or even a Selesnya card or a green-white card.
Yeah.
Would be quite good, but still, Wizards knows best.
You can just pair it up with all the other green cards that do certain things like that.
Yeah.
You're laughing. You'd be scrying, drawing.
Oh, exactly. Beacon of Creation is brilliant with this because you just put loads of creatures onto the battlefield and you scry 1 for each one that enters, and they all become 2/2s rather than 1/1s.
Yep.
So that's great with Beacon of Creation. Which obviously creates an insect for each forest you control, so brilliant in mono green. Next we have a Scurry Oak. So this is a squirrel card, which is quite good. So green and 2 for a tree folk. It has Evolve. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, it gets a counter. It's a 1/2. And then whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on Scurry Oak, you create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it grows, create tokens.
Keeps growing and growing. As long as you keep pumping out big creatures, more squirrels come. So yeah, pretty decent squirrel deck. Squirrels getting a lot of love in this set.
Could even be just good in a tree folk deck, and then just you have a little squirrel support.
Yeah. Because it's going to be getting bigger every time, really. Because you've got loads. You got 1, 2. So it's power or toughness as well, which is good. So you've got a lot of options of making it bigger, whether it's big butts or big something else. Next we've got Torark Dred Cantor. Who wants to read that out?
Tom likes reading.
So, yeah, 1 and a black.
Look at all that.
For a legendary creature, human cleric, 2/1. It's got a kicker of black. Protection from white. When an opponent discards a card, put +1/+1 counter on Torark. So I'm going to sneeze. Oh, Jesus. Headphones fell
These
off.
are damn headphones.
Brilliant.
Sorry, there's one more ability there in between the sneeze. When Torark enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, target opponent discards 2 cards at random, thus gaining him 2 +1/+1 counters in the process.
Yeah.
So it's,
I can see it being abused.
Sorry. Abusive.
Abused, as in, like, yeah. There's probably some fun stuff you can do with it.
Yeah.
It's not screaming at me. Yeah.
It looks like a fun version of Tergrid, doesn't it?
Yes.
Turgrid.
Turd Grig.
Oh, Turgrid. It's just not fun, is it? Oh, Andrew, what's he saying? Green is running around with the chloroform rag, stealing everything from other parts of the colour pie.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
I think Andrew's just revealed a bit too much about his Saturday nights.
Chloroform rag. Oh, brilliant. Nice. So yeah, I guess that's quite good in 1v1 because disrupting people's hands is horrible, especially when they have to discard 2 cards at random as well. That can be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just screwing with your opponent's next 2 turns is I always hate playing against discard decks on Arena because it's just like, oh, you're screwing up my plan.
That's the idea.
The fact that he grows as well is good, and our protection from white obviously nerfs a lot of removal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, quite good. Don't know if he's commander, but we'll see.
I would. I'd chuck him in as commander.
Budget commander for fun, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you can do.
Deck.
Mythic rare. We'll see how much that costs.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully it's not like a...
That'll be a cheat. That'll be the type of mythic I'd pull from a pack and then realise it's like a pound.
Yeah, that's it.
Or a doll hair.
But I guess it could be used in like 8 rack in modern. Which is like, it's all about getting your opponents to discard. Because the rack is a card, and it says that for upkeep, if you've got less than 3 cards in hand, it deals 3 less the amount of damage to you. And the idea is this, and then there's another one that's like it as well. And the idea is you just keep your opponent's hands empty all the time, and then it deals them like sort of 6 damage a turn.
That's horrible.
And this could be like a big creature just to sort of help buff the field in that.
Oh, that's horrible.
I don't know if it needs that. I don't know if that's what the deck wants, but it's there.
Deary me. Hate playing against discard. Next one's a good one, though. I've actually got this in my Villis Broker of Blood deck, so I'm drawing so many cards. It works well with stuff like Peer into the Abyss, where you draw half of your library and lose half your life, because then you can just discard the cards that you've drew to add basically as much black mana as you need to close out the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a really good combo card in Villis and other decks. So it's nice to see a nice little reprint. As a Phyrexian Imp, interesting creature type.
Yeah, so I did just double check this. This is the only second creature that's type Phyrexian after Vorinclex. So whether or not this is going to be where we get the big update and they change loads of the old Phyrexian creatures into being Phyrexian type.
Yeah.
But
oh, did
big news.
Did you see as well that you know the germ tokens that are created when living weapon?
Oh yeah.
They are now errated to Phyrexian germs as well.
Oh, no, I have not seen that.
No.
Yeah. So we'll get to the living weapon cards in a bit because they are awesome. The ones that have been spoiled, they will be on this list. But yeah, any sort of living weapon which comes in with a germ is now a Phyrexian germ.
Ah. So again, it makes Phyrexian tribal possible now.
It does.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Yeah, because even the old Praetors didn't have Phyrexian in there, did they? They were just Praetor. So
they did give a reason before why they didn't do it. It was like a very conscious decision that they didn't make Phyrexian a type. And obviously they've decided, I don't really care anymore, I'm doing it.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see if they get errated.
But yeah, I like this new artwork for the Scourge.
Oh yeah, it looks well good.
The Scourges screech along the bone saw. It makes a terrible racket, but they seem to enjoy it. Said Kesket.
Kesket, yeah. That's, I think Josh wants to make a deck with Kesket and Togo, I think. It's Commander Legends card, isn't it, Kesket?
Yeah, this Flesh Sculptor.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Shit.
the one.
He looked nasty.
He was a nasty boy.
Sorry, just back to Torak. I just noticed the statues in the background are like of different heads. There's like a hooded cloak, then there's like a wolf. I don't know what the other one is.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know who Torak is. I just know the hymn to Torak card.
Yeah, he's got all his like followers around him or something, maybe, unless they're statues. Yeah, and there's a wolf head in the back.
Yeah.
And I think it's another wolf. They're like big statues on like
a couple of
big
wolves.
columns. Yeah. So whether they're like his
Who
followers or statues, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we saw on the swamp artwork. It looked like there was a load of cultists on the old swamp artwork we did last week as well. I think. So it could be that. And what's Andrew saying? Oh, he's quoting what you just said, Tom. I don't really care anymore. I'm doing it. What's he design philosophy 2021? Brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fair. They've done a lot now. They've going for 20 odd years. How many different ways can you write a stupid fucking card? So no wonder they've given up on caring.
Yeah.
They do care. We know you care, Watsy.
Some of them do at
Good
least.
job.
Some of them do.
Good job.
Next we've got Necromancer's Familiar, which is just an uncommon. It's a black and 3 for a creature, bird spirit, 3/1 flying with Hellbent. So if you have no cards in your hand, he has lifelink, which seems quite a risk to take.
Seems garbage. That's all I can say about this. Oh.
Yeah, but you can pay a black and discard a card to give it indestructible at the end of turn. So it does have
tap it.
And you've got to tap it.
Yeah.
You gotta tap it.
So you can, get the aforementioned Hellbent keyword by using the activated ability of the Necromancer's Familiar, which is quite good, I guess. But nobody wants to use that.
Yeah. No.
Seal of Removal.
This looks cool. The artwork does, Sonny.
Yeah.
Have you seen the person that's gone through and altered all of these cards, seal of something, to just have like seals on them, as in like the animal, the big like fat blob of an animal?
Oh, brilliant!
They are brilliant. I love them. So I can't wait to see what this will become.
They've obviously spoiled the next secret lair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait, was that a joke one? Wait, maybe that actually happened as a secret lair thing.
Absolute seals.
Seal of Approval.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a beer advert going around at the moment of seals. I can't remember if it's Heineken or something, but there's a seal in that. But I don't know why I thought about that. Yeah, is this any good? 1 blue for an enchantment where you can sack it to return a creature to return its hand. I guess if you care about enchantments, I guess maybe.
Oh yeah, it's all right, isn't it? I don't know.
It's just unsummon on a permanent.
Like pesky creatures and that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Not much going on there.
I don't know, Jeff.
Not much going on with that. I guess it's a removal spell on a permanent. So if you've got maybe like Muldrotha or something which cares about bringing stuff back from your graveyard, you can keep sacking it and returning creatures to their owner's hands every turn. So yeah, that works. There you go. There's a synergy. Muldrotha, the Gravetide, will probably use that as a looping removal piece. Goblin Bombardment is a reprint, isn't it?
Yep. It certainly is.
From Tempest, I think.
I think we've had a few because we had different artwork as well. That's very cool, that one, yeah.
You will use it in Perthrost, don't you? Goblin
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get those tokens.
Yeah. Sacrifice, because you can sacrifice any creature and then it deals 1 damage to any target.
Yeah.
So it just works well.
So I mean, if you were to add up how much damage a singular goblin does in a Perthrost deck, it's probably 5 damage in total.
Probably, yeah.
An average of 5 damage per token, which is ridiculous, really. Because they come in, do 2 damage, potentially double damage if you've got Torbran out or something stupid, and then you fling it at something. Yeah, it's just like 1 goblin equals 5 damage.
Fling it at something. If it's blocked, you can just sacrifice it. Then you'll do 1 damage from Goblin Bombardment. Yeah. Then you might have something. There's the other thing I use where it's like if a goblin dies, it does 1 damage. So that's 2 damage for you sacrificing and then it dying.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's mental. Warstorm
crazy
Surge
fun.
And Impact Tremors and that sort of stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
So yeah, nice reprint with Goblin Bombardment. Another reprint here with Mishra's Factory. So is this a cycle of lands? Mishra's.
I use this and something else that's similar. I don't know if they were linked. I used this in that Golter deck I had for a while. Just because obviously you can turn it into a creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it taps for colourless, or you pay 1. Mistress Factory becomes a 2/2 assembly worker artifact creature until end of turn. It's still a land, so obviously that helps with casting Golter.
Oh yeah,
because obviously you've got more power, and then you can tap it. Target assembly worker creature gets +1/+1 to end of turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I used it for personally.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't really know. There are other assembly worker creatures, aren't there?
Oh yeah.
There's a few.
Yeah, I've seen a few about, but yeah.
Nice little reprint.
Yeah.
Mystic Redaction is the next one.
So that's 2 and a blue for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Whenever you discard a card, each opponent mills 2 card. That Necromancer's familiar doesn't seem so silly anymore, does it, Aaron? I'm sorry, but this information is classified. It's the flavour text, for those wondering.
Yep.
Brilliant.
But yeah, fun little take on the mill deck. It also just makes you have this out. Someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna mill the field." You think, "Oh, not wheel."
Wheel. Yeah.
I'm gonna wheel the field. And you think, "Fuck you, son! I'm gonna mill your shit."
Yeah. No more wheeling.
So that's that.
That's all right.
It works like Teferi tutelage and that as well, doesn't it? Because when that enters, I think you discard a card, then you mill and so. I don't know.
You draw and discard, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So.
Then whenever you draw a card, they mill, and then this one you discard a card, they mill. It's a double whammy.
Mill into modern, brilliant. It's everywhere.
First...
Can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
Bloody
love
rogues. Such a bad memory, getting milled out by those rogues. Past turn versus episode 6. Andrew's saying no. Factory is a very old land. So what did we say? We said it was.
I think Tom said that it was a really new land. No, I think
brand new. It's more
I think you were on about a reprint, Aaron.
Oh, right. I'm talking garbage then. Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah.
Moving it into modern from legacy is what he says.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go then. Making modern playable. Sweep the Skies is a sorcery which costs blue, and X, and it's a converge. So you get a 1/1 colourless Thopter for each colour of mana spent to cast this spell. So you just get a load of tokens.
Well, it depends. If you're mono blue, you're getting one, and
You're just getting one Thopter for 3 mana.
No, it's only 2 mana.
Technically only 2. It's hot garbage.
Oh,
there, I said it again.
That's right. For 6 mana, 5 tokens. And then it just scales down from there.
Yeah.
If you want little flying Thopters, jobs are good.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for anything better.
I mean, any token creators now are just going to be good with all the the Essex Fractal Bloom card that came in the bloody Strixhaven precon.
Yeah.
Those token decks are going to be just vile going forward. What's this next one? A nice little sort of Amonkhet sort of card with the Aftermath effect.
Aftermath. There we go.
So they first appeared in Amonkhet, I think, didn't they? These ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's got Road to Ruin. So first of all, you've got Road, so it's an instant. That's quite good. Instant. Play for green and 2, search life for basic land, put onto battlefield, tap, then shuffle. And then we've got Ruin, which costs red, and 1. Aftermath, so you have to cast it from your graveyard, then it's exiled. Ruin deals damage to target creature equals number of lands you control.
Everyone's just on the screen, just tilting heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
apparently, that was like a big play thing in Standard when these first came out. Like at GPs and stuff, people that would turn their head sideways. You could tell that they were reading one of these cards, so you knew what they had in hand. So some people they had land in hand. They'd turn their head sideways to pretend that they had one of these things to try and game your opponent. High level plays.
That is high level
plays.
How would you hide? How would you hide it? How would you try and read it from the side? That's quite difficult, isn't it? You have to sort of.
It's like Matrix code, easy.
Yeah.
Just like that. You'd have to decode it. Or just know what cards you're actually using, surely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just remember what it does. Yeah.
Remember what your cards do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems all right.
Yeah, it seems all right. Probably good in a 1v1 situation, maybe. It's just a removal spell for a creature, really. That's all it is. So yeah, not even that good. Then we got a cycle of lands. So these all enter the battlefield tapped, but they are indestructible. So they are guild gates, indestructible guild gates. Would we use these or not?
I think I would, just for the indestructible part.
Oh god, yeah. So much land destruction going around in our playgroup.
I'm willing to take the risk because of that, just to have one land enter tapped. I mean, if you're in like I don't know, yeah. I mainly only play like 2-color decks a lot.
Yeah.
At the moment, so you'd only be using like one of them or so, wouldn't you? But yeah, I think if I use tapped lands if there's like an upside to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another great thing about
The
them as
upside being
well is that they're artifact lands.
Oh, we got it. Well done,
Of course
Aaron.
they are. There they
Well
are.
done, Aaron.
You also think I was going to say it?
No, I didn't. I was waiting. I was like, oh, I was going to say it.
No.
Yeah,
Andrew
I
Donnelly
think-
chipping in with insane that they're doing artifact lands again. So yeah.
Yeah. I could not believe this. Like, I know they enter tapped, and that probably does make them far. Like, they're not going to be good enough for modern. But
Holy moly! I've just spotted something.
they had to ban them all in modern. Go on, Troy.
They're all bridges.
Oh my
They're all
god.
fucking bridges.
They're all bridges. London Bridge, Chelsea Bridge,
Slagwoods Bridge. I want to go there.
Game of Bridge,
But they are
Tower
all
Bridge.
mirrored in.
Yeah, they do look.
So,
I love the artwork from that.
Again, I don't know if that's more hints for going to Mirrodin. Whether or not some architect
fingers
has
crossed.
really taken it upon himself to build bridges all across Mirrodin, I don't know.
Yeah, they look really good though. The artwork is insane on every one of them.
The blue-white one's very nice.
Yeah.
Reminds me of all those islands they did.
Yeah.
The
like
funny
the-
spires.
Yeah,
That's it.
I was going to say, loads of these, like, a lot of them seem to look like other basic lands, I swear.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure the Thornglint Bridge and Slagwoods, I swear I really recognise them as, like, the background bit is already a normal land. I swear that's is. I don't know.
Might be, yeah. I mean, that Slagwoods
The,
Bridge looks like the sort of mountain in the back looks like a Vault of Whispers.
Yeah.
Do you remember how Vault of Whispers looked?
Yes, that one.
But yeah, could be on Summit there. Definitely Dark Moss Bridge, the black and green one, will go straight into Ishkanar decks because obviously Delirium cares about multiple card types in Grave. So obviously it's an artifact land, so that's another way you can hit Delirium quicker. And there's actually a couple of Delirium cards in this set as well, actually. So maybe that's relevant.
Yeah, I'd just use them regardless.
Yeah, I reckon I'd definitely use one. I'd definitely use the color pair of if I had a 2-color deck. I'd definitely chuck one in.
Yeah.
Just for that one chance that Josh says, "Oh, I'm going to cast Obliterate and destroy everyone's lands."
No, you're not,
No, you're not. I've got my Slagwoods Bridge out and it's standing strong. Who wants to have a go at this ridiculously named card?
Tom said he wanted to.
Asmora Nomadi Cades Cada Insta in Koldakar.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. Nailed it first time.
Luckily, there's no mana cost because that wouldn't fit in the box.
It wouldn't, no.
For a 3/3 human wizard.
Yeah.
And as long as you've discarded a card this turn, you may play black or red to cast this spell. When Asmo enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Sacrifice 2 foods, target creature deals 6 damage to itself.
Yep.
What is going on there?
Well, I saw the Underworld Cookbook in the spoiler list earlier, further up the page. I don't know if it's close.
Yeah,
that's right above it.
It's the next one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Um,
So what does this do?
So it's 1 mana artifact. You tap it and discard a card to create a food token. You can pay 4 and tap it and sacrifice it to return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
I didn't like food tokens in Eldraine.
I just don't know. It just seems like a lot of stuff that it just doesn't do much after that, does it? You go and get your cookbook. You can then discard cards to create food, but then you can sack the cookbook to return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. You know, if we're missing something here, definitely point it out. Andrew Donnelly, real old school character, finally getting a card. Neat bit of lore behind her. So, might have to read that up then.
The only lore I know is that she's on the flavor text for Granite Gargoyle and Lightning Axe. So if I get them up a minute.
Lightning Axe, isn't that the... apparently she also wrote the cookbook.
Yeah. So the flavor text for Granite Gargoyle is, while most overworlders fortunately don't realise this, gargoyles can be most delicious, providing you have the appropriate tools to carve them.
Interesting.
So this bitch out there cooking up motherfucking gargoyles.
She's cooking all of the underworld beasties in there, and she's got all the recipes as well that you need to just make a great meal out of it, which is nice. So, yeah.
Bit of crushed pixie, why not?
Yeah.
And a gargoyle's meat can be carved with an ordinary cleaver, but for its petrous hide.
There you go. She's got all the answers.
So she's fucking obsessed with eating gargoyles.
Oh, she loves it. I would try it though, would you? I would try gargoyle if I had the chance.
Yeah, definitely. If I was in the restaurant, they sell gargoyles on the menu today.
Yeah. Give it a go, wouldn't you?
What? I was just trying to see if there's like gargoyle stuff that you can see in the cooking thing. But
yeah, there's a little bit of wing on the front there, like just above the legendary creature.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there's a bit of wing, gargoyle wings on there, so she's definitely cooking up a storm.
She's got a scorpion or something in hand.
Yeah, she's doing all sorts, isn't she?
There's like scorpion tails, isn't it, coming out of the stuff on the plates.
Oh, wow.
And the gargoyle's holding that up.
It might be,
can't
yeah.
tell. Oh god. Yeah. She's like, hold the plates or you'll be in there next.
Andrew's saying to check out the Magic Historian's video about her. She was the cook for a Lord of the Pit. So Lord of the Pit, I think, is a massive demon, isn't it? Lord of the Pit.
Yes.
You have to sacrifice a creature every turn, otherwise it does 7 damage to you or something.
One of the real OG demons.
7/7 flying trample, yeah. I think. Maybe not trample, but there you go. Yeah, it's interesting. It'd be funny if we see any play for that. And then what we want to see judges pronounce it as well.
Yeah.
Next we have Discerning Taste, which is probably the taste of the gargoyle, to be honest. Pay a black and 2 for a sorcery. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You gain life equal to the greatest power among creature cards put into your graveyard this way. So this is a great card for delirium, chucking stuff in the grave. So yeah, nice little one there. You're essentially drawing 4 cards and keeping 1. So you're going 4 cards deep for something that you need, I guess, as well, aren't you? And getting a bit of life back, which is quite good. Next
A bit weird though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a dash of crushed pixie, except the pixie. Well, of course. Bit of seasoning. Next we have Warp World.
Oh, not quite.
Basically Warp World.
Baby Warp World.
Baby Warp World. The art doesn't look good though, does it?
What's this suspend nonsense?
There's loads of it in there. This whole cycle of suspend.
Hot garbage.
God, suspend.
Do you read this out?
So glimpse of tomorrow's red sorcery with suspend 3 for 2 red. That's red, not 2 and red.
Yep.
Shuffle all permanents you own into your library, then reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Put all non-aura permanent cards revealed this way onto the battlefield, then do the same for aura cards, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Yeah. So it's just a Warp World, but just on a little bit of a clock. You can't actually hard cast it.
And it only affects you, doesn't it? This one.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one, doesn't Warp World affect everyone, or not?
Oh, it might do.
For some reason I thought it did. I made that up.
Maybe it does then. Yeah, each player maybe. I don't have it up on...
I'm just getting it. Yeah, each player shuffles all permanents
each
they own.
player.
So yeah, this is only a sort of one-sided one.
Wow. Strictly better.
Could be interesting. So you suspend it on turn 2 for a turn 5 Warp World just for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you might get some value out of that, but it is very chaotic.
It's a bit risky, because what if you like... Because if I do it, I play it, and then say you're the player that goes before me, Aaron, you see, like, oh, I'm about to take off the final suspend counter.
Yeah.
Okay, wipe the board. I've got nothing. All I do is sacrifice all my lands to just get a few random permanents now, as many lands as I had.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just seems very, very risky with suspend. Like, I feel like your opponents could very easily play around this sort of thing and muck you up.
Yeah, it's very telegraphed, isn't it? Like, I'm going to do this for 3 turns. I'm just waiting to build up to this chaotic thing. So, yeah,
but it'll go in a tally regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
Andrew says it's Watsy's answer to not being allowed to reprint the reserve list, just add suspend.
Yeah. It is. Yep, correct.
That's true. So going up the list here, we've got I think this is a reprint, Bone Shards.
Well, I don't think so. I think it's a very similar card.
I was going to say, I don't remember this card.
Oh, no, sorry. Bone Splinters is what the other one is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and this is a weird play on it, which just makes things interesting.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
So it's a single black mana for a sorcery. As an additional cost, cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, or discard a card. Destroy target creature or planeswalker.
Oh, all planeswalker, that's good.
Yeah, so I think that's what makes this new, is that it can hit planeswalkers as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Usable.
Because, yeah, there's lots of decks. Normally it's a sorcery with having to sacrifice a creature.
That's a shame.
But, like, being able to sack creatures at instant speed is always good.
Yeah.
But just being able to discard a card, if you've got, like, a decent Madness deck and stuff, or Reanimators, there's lots of reasons you'd want to discard, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
As we all know.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of decks can use this. Just because of the sack creature or discard a card thing, it fuels your graveyard. I'm thinking of Ishkanar again, because that's the only deck I'd probably use it in. Discarding a card could be an artifact land, which then will have 3 instances of Delirium, because you'll have a sorcery in there when this resolves, plus the artifact and the land. You know, you've got 3 things in your grave already for Delirium. So that's what I'm thinking of. But I guess even in like Josh's decks and stuff, you want to discard like Avis into the grave to maybe destroy a creature or planeswalker. So in those sort of decks, reanimated decks, I can imagine it's being quite good as well. I don't imagine you have any decks that would run this though, Troy, would you?
Oh, Troy's just gone.
Oh, Troy's gone.
And now... I don't know what that... Oh, he's back.
No, he's back.
Hello. Not sure what happened there. Everything all right?
Yeah. Everything's all right, yeah.
Cool.
We've all switched positions now, but never mind.
Have we?
No, that's all good. Doesn't matter.
Change places.
Change places. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, you don't have any decks that will run that sort of card, do you, Troy? Sacrifice a creature or discard a card to destroy something.
Egg a Markov, maybe.
Oh yeah,
that's, maybe. Just because you have a lot of vampire tokens, I guess, or little creatures that all do stuff when they die or get sacrificed. Anything else in black? Not at the moment.
No.
But you never know. It's cool. If you've just got, you just sling a card and a black mana and off you go.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good.
Oh, do you know what? Who didn't tell me I was wearing a hat? That's gone now. I've had enough. I've had enough of pretending that's been on my head.
I bet the next card we look at is going to have a hat on it. Although there is literally like 3 cards away out. Oh.
I'll get it back.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's alright. I can get it back.
Next card, Rift Sower, Elf Druid. Costs 1 green and 2 others for a 1/3. Taps to add 1 mana of any colour, but you can suspend it for 2 turns for a 1 singular green mana. So I guess it's like, well, it'll come in as a 1/3 on turn what? 3?
3, yeah.
Yep.
So the same as casting it, except it has haste when you suspend it, so it can tap the turn you play it.
Yeah, so
I think the suspend bit's much better than just playing it.
Yeah, because it can act as ramp then, can't it? Because it has haste on the turn it comes in.
Yeah.
But
I don't see this being much. It's a draft card, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I think so.
We've got what's it called? Your buzz friend, Buzzy Buzz Boy,
Prexian, no, fella,
Zabaz.
Zabax.
Zabaz.
Other pet cat. Next.
Yeah, Arcbound Mauser.
Mm-hmm.
Just another friend of Zabaz.
Cat modular lifelink.
1 mana. So it's basically basically a trained Caracal, isn't it? But as modular.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's a 1-drop 1/1 was lifelink. Out of Time. This is a new card.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh no.
This looks good. I think. So it's 1 white for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, untap all creatures, then phase them out until Out of Time leaves the battlefield. Put a time counter on Out of Time for each creature phased out this way. Then it has Vanishing. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you remove a time counter from this enchantment, and when the last is removed, sacrifice it.
Yeah.
So it's like a temporary board wipe.
Yeah.
Or like an O-ring effect. Because again, if someone just says sacrifice, like destroy enchantment, you get them all back anyway. But yeah, just like a weird phase out O-ring thing.
Weird thing is as well is when it enters the battlefield. So if you flicker this, you can just keep making stuff vanish.
But when you flicker it, it'll go, so the old stuff will all come back. Well, I guess then it comes back in and it reabsorbs all of them as well.
Yeah. You'll
so
just be
going,
hoovering up any new things, adding to it.
Yeah.
But this is why you want instant speed sacrifice stuff. Because when they do that, you go, alright, I'll sack my whole board, get the value.
Yeah.
You don't get that shit no more, bouncing it around like some sort of bloody shenanigan game.
Yeah.
No boggart shenanigans here.
Yeah, so that's an interesting board wipe.
Yeah, right.
Interesting to see how people utilise that, whether they flicker it or do what with it. And it's essentially a board wipe based permanent, so obviously it's a permanent card as well because it's an enchantment. Andrew Domini is saying mass ETB triggers. So when they all come back in, you'll get all the ETB triggers of the creatures.
Yeah, anything with an ETB, won't it?
Didn't they change them rules?
Oh right, yeah. So I guess so. Phase out just means they just come back in. They just exist. They exist again. They don't actually enter. So
yeah, because they changed it so that tokens can now phase in and out.
Yeah,
they don't just exile themselves, and they don't re-ETB. I think, like I said, I don't know for sure, but I thought they changed it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Andrew's just saying, wait, phasing, damn. Yeah, so I think he's realised it as well.
So, hot garbage. Move on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Troy just wants to move on to the hat guy.
The hat guy. Who's this then?
What? Oh, Imperial Recruiter, is it?
Yeah.
Is that a hat? Oh, I thought that was his headband. Oh, wait.
Yeah, some sort
That's
of hat.
That's a lovely hat he's wearing.
I have lots of hats.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here we go. How many do you want?
Why?
Why? Just in case there's more than one hat, guy.
Look at that. That's brilliant.
Imperial Recruiter. Can you hear me?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
2 and a red. Oh, I think this is a reprint, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
So I'm just reading a sideways card. Right. So when it enters the battlefield, search your library for a creature card with power 2 or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. It's a 1/1 human advisor.
Yeah. Loads of stuff you can do with this. People love the recruiter.
Yeah, I see him about all the time.
Yeah.
In the Magic world.
Power 2 or less, yeah, you can get any sort of utility creatures, all that sort of stuff, can't you?
I see him in. I've seen him in Perforos decks. Obviously, there's lots of cool creatures with power 2 or less.
Oh yeah.
Like a Norrin, I think.
Yeah, that's a classic. Absolute Norrin.
What's Krenko? 3/3. So not that. But yeah, there's plenty out there.
You can go fetch the.
It's there for a purpose.
Yeah, I think some creatures at 0/0 and stuff like that, but they enter with counters, maybe stuff like that.
Yep. Modular creatures.
Modular creatures, yeah. That's good shout.
Yeah.
because this is the one that was stupidly expensive.
I was going to say, was it?
It's like nearly $400, but it wasn't really played in much. It was just the fact that it was fucking hard to get hold of, and it was just a bit weird. So it was 400. The original crashed back down to like 110.
Bloody hell!
But because it was reprinted in Masters 25 and Double Masters, now Modern Horizons 2. So the cheapest you can order it now is $25. So
Not bad.
Is it?
Fair. The original Port of Three Kingdoms is spiked up again for some reason. It's back up to nearly 300, but again, it's climbed back up to about 200, quite fairly steady. So
Not bad, but is it that good that you spend $25 on it? I don't really know. I'll just go without.
I don't think it is. I think it's just one of them weird ones. It's because it inherently has that value.
Yeah.
People are willing to sort of pay that price for it.
Well, same people that think suspend is hot garbage. What's the hot garbage counter at now? 100?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, should have a hot garbage.
I've said it about
counter on it.
20 times, 21 hour.
There we go. Next spoiler review. We're gonna have a hot garbage counter. So we're gonna count how many hot garbage cards there are. It's gonna go.
We should have a different counter each.
Yeah, I've dibs the old hot garbage.
Yeah. So yeah, Imperial Recruiter. We all know that's pretty good. Galvanic Relay, nice little common sorcery, red and 2 for exile top card of your library. During your next turn, you may play that card. During your next turn. Interesting.
Not even this turn.
No.
I think that's on the hot garbage counter. But it does have Storm as well. So whenever you cast it, copy it for each spell you cast before it this turn. So I guess you can just get access to a load more cards next turn if you cast lots of instants and sorceries.
I guess so, yeah.
So yeah, moving on.
Yeah, we'll skip that.
Again, it says this was abandoned years ago. The experiment continues to iterate upon itself. Let it stay abandoned.
Let it stay abandoned. Stop bloody beating a dead horse. We got Step Through next, which is a sorcery, another common sorcery, blue, and 3. So return 2 target creatures to their owner's hands with wizard cycling of 2. So you can discard it and search live for a wizard, put it into your hand, and shuffle.
That's got to be one of the weird like remember Marriage Teasers? It was like 12 letters long. That must have been like the wizard cycling one.
Oh yeah, wizard cycling. Who'd have thought?
Was expecting that.
Nobody was expecting that. That's what I mean. It's just this whole set is just pure random, isn't it?
It is.
It's a lot. Or is it a glimpse into the future?
It's like a mystery booster product almost.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's an okay card, I guess, for wizard decks.
yeah, good if you're if you're running a good wizard deck.
If you're in wizards, but other than that,
Yeah.
what the?
If you're in wizards, if you're not, then move on.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Next
we got Suspend. What's this do?
Oh, hot garbage. Oh wait, that's the name of the card. Sorry.
Well,
Oh, it does. Oh, it's time counters though, so it counts.
Like I say, it just gives your card Suspend.
Yeah.
So it's a single blue mana for an instant. Exile target creature and put 2 time counters on it. If it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend.
Oh, brilliant.
So basically, it just temporarily bounces a card away. So you can
Temporary board wipes, temporary suspends.
What's all this temporary shit? I want never ever to come back again.
Yeah.
Then play some black. Exile
Target creature put 2 times on it. So that is excellent. I don't know. I don't know what.
Like, there's them cards that can deal stuff in exile, like the processors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone suspends something, can you then just process it, put it in the graveyard, and they've just fucked up? They don't get it back.
I guess so. Yeah.
Like, and also like this, I feel the processors can do a lot more work than people give it credit for. Like, people overing your shit. Fuck you. Just put it back in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, they are. Yeah.
I don't know if is this type of card like the only thing I can think of. If you use this on a creature, maybe something you had, when you get like creatures, you cast them, but then they might have a massive mana cost ability that's amazing, but by the time you get the mana, your creature's been wiped out or something.
Yeah, I think
Could
it's
be
a good
used
way
for
to
stuff
protect
like that. Yeah.
your own, protect your own creature and let it come back. Because if you've
Yeah.
got suspend 2, so
Yeah.
it's an instant. It's probably going to do it in someone else's turn.
Yeah.
And they try and kill it. So then on your next turn it'll go down 21. So you've only got to go around the table really 1.5 times.
Yeah. It's just a bit of protection, I guess, like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's definitely use it as protection. You can. That's what I mean. It's one of those double-edged cards. You can either use it to protect your own thing or get rid of someone else's thing.
Yeah, just for a bit of time or whatever. I don't know.
So I think that's
For one blue, I guess it's all right.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's better.
There we are.
It's probably
Bang.
better than Pongify and those things because they destroy something, but then they still get something out of it. Whereas this, you can use this for 2 different things.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely commander card. That one for 1 blue mana.
Yeah. So there are a few cards that you can interact with time counters on. There's Rift Elemental, which is just a 1/1 for a single red mana. Pay 1 and a red, remove a time counter from a permanent you control or suspended card you own. Rift Elemental gets +2/+0, but 2 mana to remove a counter. Or there's Joyous Time Bug, where you can tap it to do something similar.
Time counters. Love good time counter. So yeah, we've got Tormod's Crypt Breaker Crypt Keeper next. Sorry. So this is basically Tormod's Crypt on a body.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah.
So yeah, costs 3. It's a 3/2
3 mana.
Yeah. Sack it to exile all cards from target player's graveyard. So
It's all right.
it's okay.
Dunno.
I guess.
Yep. Fairly standard.
Very standard stuff. Next one, Dress Down. This is funny.
So, for 1 and a blue, an enchantment that has flash. When it enters a battlefield, draw a card. Creatures lose all abilities. At the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Dress Down.
Dress Gown.
Dress Down. So, yeah, temporarily lose all abilities.
Oh, that's really good, I think. It's got flash as well, so if someone tries to do the age-old sort of Avacyn Obliterate combo, you can just flash this out, and then Avacyn loses all the abilities, and then they're destroying all of their own lands and permanents as well.
Yeah. Take that, Mr. Dern.
Take that.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, your MLD.
Can you imagine doing that to someone? That would be perfect.
All of Avacyn's clothes just fall off, and she loses all abilities, and that's it. Just Dress Down, destroy all your permanents. See you later.
Yeah.
Nice stuff.
Cool.
What's Andrew saying? I like the order. Yarok still gets to draw 2 cards before the abilities go away.
Ah.
What's this for? Dress Down.
Yeah. So I think he's saying if someone flashes in and it says creatures lose all abilities, Yarok gets 2 card draws. You play Yarok, don't you, Aaron? Don't know.
Oh yeah. I used to play it. I used to play it a long time ago. Yeah. So when it enters, draw a card. Yeah, I guess you'd still get that first, wouldn't you? Because Yarok wouldn't lose all of his abilities until that's resolved.
Yeah, I think so.
Bit of a weird one, isn't it?
The whole game's weird to me sometimes.
But yeah, if Andrew's confirming it, I take that as testament. So yeah, straight in the Yarok. That's a cool card. Can save you in a lot of game-winning situations. That can save you if you got those horrible combos out. Another seal of cleansing here. Well, a seal of card.
Yep.
Yep.
So I think I've looked it up. I think that seal of stuff. It was a fake secret lair put out on April Fools.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it kind of rings a bell. I was
right.
not sure. Or was it just April Fools for that year? Give it a year or two.
Just a bunch
It's
of
a secret
Yeah,
lair.
they'll do it real.
Seal of cleansing. That looks alright. I don't know.
Yeah, just sack it and destroy a target artifact or enchantment. So again, yeah, just a good way of getting rid of an artifact or enchantment. And if you care about having a permanent on field, It's always good in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Quirion Ranger, return a forest you control to its owner's hand. Untap target creature. Activate only once each turn. 1/1 for 1 green.
Yeah. That's a reprint, is it? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Ranger. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. I thought I've heard of it. I probably own the bloody thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a good elf ball sort of style strategy. Because you can return a forest you control and untap another creature, and obviously elves always tap to do good stuff, don't they?
Mana and stuff. Yeah,
so
that's probably what it does.
That's probably a good one to have.
It's crazy stuff.
Just try and speed through a little bit quicker now on some of these. So the next one's ridiculous. Gaia's Will.
Yep. Oh, suspend. Not garbage.
Suspend.
No.
Yeah,
that's right.
This is being raved about, this card, Gaia's Will.
Is it?
Yeah. It's basically a Yawgmoth's Will for green.
Yep.
So it doesn't cost any mana to play. You have to suspend it for a green and suspend it for 4 turns. And at the end of turn, you may play lands and cast spells from your graveyard. So yeah, you can just play anything you want from your graveyard. And if a card will be put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, exile it instead. So I think Yawgmoth's Will is a card that's banned, but they're printing it here, basically.
Just in green.
Just in green. I think that's the case. I don't know off memory. Yawgmoth's Will. Andrew Donovan says
it's the exact same. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Why is
Yawgmoth called
Legacy?
Gaia? He wants his card back. Is what Yawgmoth is saying. And Andrew, if you could confirm, is Yawgmoth's Will banned?
Yeah, it's banned in Legacy, restricted in Vintage. It is legal in Commander.
Oh, okay.
So,
is it quite an expensive card?
I think it might be.
The original's $300.
I was gonna say, I thought I'd seen it in Commander decks, but always like, you know the name and you think, oh, that's pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's the suspend thing. You can't guarantee you're gonna have one in the graveyard when you want it, sort of thing.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Yawgmoth's Mill, you cast it when you need it, and it all goes bananas.
Absolute bananas.
Or whatever.
Yeah, so it's quite cool. I imagine some people will be happy to see this sort of thing. The only downside is that if a card be put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, you have to just exile it, so you never see that card again, unfortunately. So yeah, that's one that's being raved about on the internet. Then we've got Junk Winder, which is a serpent. So I'll read this one out. Blue and 5 for a serpent creature. 5/6. Affinity for tokens, so he costs 1 less for each token you control, which will be quite a lot if you're running Coma the Cosmos Serpent, because he creates some big serpents. And then whenever a token enters a battlefield under your control, hence Coma the Cosmos Serpent, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So this is brilliant if you've got a Coma deck. Or even
and it's just any token.
Any token.
It doesn't have to be a creature token.
Yeah.
So like all your treasures, foods, all that stuff.
Foods?
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Treasures.
Yeah. Even the
Clues.
artwork as well. It's got loads of treasure and coins and stuff.
A couple of squirrels in there.
Yeah, it looks
Squirrels.
like it's facing off against one singular squirrel.
One Thopter in a mono blue deck from that card.
Yeah.
That's alright.
What's Andrew saying? Cascade into the monster and you're good to go. Cascade into what? The junk winder.
Junk Winder, I guess.
Cascade into it. Yeah, I guess that's good. Junk winder. Then we've got Soul Snare. So this is a 1 mana enchantment, and you can sack it and exile type creature that's attacking you or planeswalker you control.
Nice.
Nice little trap card.
It's another kind of enchantment that just sits there till you want to get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just,
Nice. Cool.
I guess, just again another thing that cares about having removal on a permanent. It's just a bit of a common theme here.
Yeah.
What
What we got next? General Ferris Rockerich.
General Ferris Rockerich. Yeah. What's this guy do?
In English, it says, so he's what? He's a legendary creature, human soldier, costs 1 red and white, and then where's it gone? Oh, he's got hexproof from monocolored, and then whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a 4/4 red and white golem token.
Ah.
Mm.
Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a 4/4.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So yeah, I guess it's all right. I guess if you're playing him as a commander for commander, then you might be limited. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're limited to the Boros colours, aren't you?
Yeah, it's not going to be. It's not going to be a commander, I don't think. Hexproof monocolored is quite good because it can't be sort of path to exiled. It can't be any of that sort of quick removal, which is quite good. Can't be.
Oh, it could be path to exile would work, wouldn't it?
The hexproof from monocolored.
Oh, monocolored.
Yeah.
Did it say? Is that what I said? See, I can't even remember what I said. I thought it said multicolored. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So on the I think I got the Italian version up here, and it says Resistencia e Magia Monocolor.
Monocolor in Italian or whatever. Yeah. So all the good stuff, like the one. Yeah, you're right. The 1 color, 1 mana.
Yeah.
Get the hell out, kind of thing. It's gone, isn't it?
Yeah. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Go away.
You should be like Anguish of Making or something.
Yeah. In that case, you're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't think you're not going to really do much. You're not going to really do much with it, I don't think.
No.
So maybe it's more of a modern thing, but I wouldn't know about that.
No, we wouldn't.
So moving on to Ghostlit Drifter. So this is a uncommon creature spirit.
Yeah.
So spirit tribal is a thing. Not so much in modern, I don't think, but 2/2 flyer.
No. Yep.
You pay 2 in blue, and another type creature gains flying at the end of turn. So that's good. It gives any other creature flying at the end of turn. Channel. I don't know what channel does. You can pay a blue and X and discard it. X type creatures gain flying at the end of turn. Oh, so if you discard it, you can give any of your X creatures flying at the end of turn. So that's quite good.
So X target creature. So yeah, bulk buying, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
So that's all right. But obviously. Oh, so that's a cap. That's a cost. If it's in your hand or whatever, then isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's like
just saw the discard again. Yeah. So yeah, flying ninjas in Commander. It's a spirit with flying, if nothing more. 2/2 for 2 and a blue. Yeah, I don't know. Could be usable. Don't know about in modern. But yeah, I don't know. Spirit tribal in Commander's pretty popular, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm not
think
sure.
So, yeah, I think it could be quite good, I guess. But
yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it's maybe too high a cost. I don't know. But what more do you want with stuff like that?
Yeah.
I guess the channel cost is more of the selling point of that card, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's got an early game and a late game on it. So obviously it comes down 2/2. You can give another flying for obviously the mana that you cast it. But at the end game, you can give all of your creatures flying if you've got enough mana, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's all right. I did like the next card coming up.
Oh yeah, you can read this one out. So legendary Morpho God.
Yes. Hello. Oh, what's its name? Sphylan?
I think so.
I'll go with Sphylan. Sphylan of Sea and Sky. It costs 1 and blue. Legendary creature, Merfolk God. Sphylan of Sea and Sky has indestructible as long as you control at least 2 other Merfolk. When Sphylan attacks, draw a card. Other Merfolk you control have Ward 1. Whenever a number of Merfolk you control becomes a target of a spell or ability and an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 1. So
nice.
Ward's quite cool. It's got a lot going on. Bit of Merfolk tribal. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it is very good.
Yeah, it's kind of... It's good, but at the same time it's like, it doesn't in a way, it's like just quite plain straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's more of a card you have in the Merfolk deck rather than the
Yeah.
commander.
Yeah.
Because in Merfolk decks, I think you want green and blue these days. Maybe even
Green
white.
and blue, or the white and blue. Sig River Guide. Oh,
Yeah.
got the little dropped it in there.
Yeah,
I still don't have one, but looks funny.
one day.
But no, it is cool. Yeah, like you say, green, blue, green, white. Not green, white, blue and white. Green and blue for some of the better Merfolk commanders for EDH. But
Yeah.
that would be cool in it.
Because they have a lot of Merfolk have a lot of lords, like a lot of stuff that care about other Merfolk. But a lot of them are in blue, so mono blue. So you do have to use green and blue. I think the best Merfolk commander is that Kumena, Tyrant of Arazka. I think is one of the best ones.
Yeah, the one standing in that massive wave, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks quality as well.
That's probably one of the most popular, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else.
There's a couple of other ones, but I can't remember what they are.
Yeah, Sig River Guide isn't considered good, to be honest. I don't think.
So that's pretty cool.
But yeah, it looks all right. I don't know. See what happens with it.
Then we got one of the Marrow cards, the Dinosaur Illusion card. Phantasmal Dreadmore. What do you think about this, Tom? Phantasmal Dreadmore.
Absolutely amazing.
I think it's good. I think it's good one-on-one.
Yeah, it's a 4-mana 6/6 trample.
Yeah.
Oh no, becomes the target of a spell or ability. Sacrifice it. Classic illusion.
Yeah.
Everyone likes to see Colossal Dreadmore.
Oh, is that the same card? Just an illusion version? For
Yeah,
less
so
mana? Yeah.
Dreadmore's the 6-mana 6/6 trample in green.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, this is just the joke on that, really.
Well, I think it's good. In 1v1, a 6/6 trample is only going to die to a removal spell anyway. So you might as well chuck a few of these in there because they're still going to have to soak up removal on it. So the fact that you can get it down on turn 4 as a 6/6 trampler is quite good, I think, in a 1v1 game. But it's just the other abilities, isn't it? The other stuff that target your creatures then turn into removal spells as well. So I guess that's the downside.
Yeah, there was some big draft thing once, like high level play, and someone had like 3 of these illusions things out, and then someone, I can't remember what spell it is, but basically they dealt 0 damage to 3 target creatures, but because they've been targeted, they all died.
They just die, yeah.
Yeah, these 3 illusions just got absolutely blown out of water.
That's what I mean, though. If you're playing in Standard or Modern, people aren't going to think, oh, yeah, he's going to be running Dinosaur Illusions in his deck. So you're going to have all these beat sticks at 4 mana, and they'll be like, oh, what we can do against it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think you'd sort of look at it as the same, like you just lightning bolt it, and you'd use lightning bolt to kill another 4 mana spell.
Yeah,
and gladly take that trade up.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be sort of similar to that you just kill it.
Yeah, because they read into everything, don't they? They read into the converted mana cost of spells and what cards trade with other cards potentially, and all of that maths and everything. So. Yeah.
Maths and stuff, yeah.
Maths
Play
and
Magic, but my maths is out the window.
High level play. Next, you've got Vectis Gloves.
I think the next couple of cards I'm saying hot garbage. No, let's have a look.
Vectis Gloves. So a 2 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has Artifact Landwalk and equip 2.
Amazing. And let's get them bridges going, shall we?
Yeah.
Everyone play all them bridges to make sure I can use my Vectis Gloves.
Okay.
Don't forget your ancient dens.
Yeah. This is surely just for
draft.
Just for the draft, and it just stops. It's the thing to fight people that are greedy. Yeah. There'll be a greedy 5-color deck where people are just stealing all the lands, taking all the good cards, and you just chuck some gloves on a Phantasmal Dreadmore and just kick the teeth out of them.
Yeah.
Except I think when you go to equip the gloves to the Dreadmore, it might die, so maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you cannot do that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Dinosaurs hate wearing gloves.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. It's all the finger holes.
Deary me.
Yeah.
So that's my sort of Voltron illusion deck gone out the window. Damn it.
Yeah. Not much to say on the gloves. It's getting to summer here, so I'm not going to be wearing any kind of gloves.
Definitely not. Next we've got Flay Essence.
Yeah, looks alright, doesn't it?
So yeah, that's 1 black for a sorcery. Exile target creature or planeswalker. You gain life equal to the number of counters on it.
HG. I don't know.
Hot garbage.
You said it, not me.
That's
It
right.
depends if you're smashing someone who's got counters on something.
Well, even then, 3 mana to exile something.
Yeah, to be honest, that's alright, isn't it?
Exile's good.
You're exiling, it's not just destroying, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I still run bloody Feed the Serpent in my standard deck, and that's a 4 mana spell.
Yeah.
Which exiles a creature or planeswalker.
To be fair, yeah, exile for 3 mana's good. If it's got counters on it, even better.
And then you gain life. Yeah, so if it's a planeswalker, you gain loads of life. So that's, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's alright.
Going up the list, we got an awesome card, Dragons. One of those does. Actually, no, I was reading something else. I don't know what this does. Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Yeah. Don't know. What does it do? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1. Human Shaman 1/1 for 1 red mana, and it also has Delirium. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, Dragon's Rage Channel gets +2/+2, has flying, and attacks each combat as able. Oh, I don't know if this would be usable. Not for me. I don't know.
I know, it seems like the ones that could be good in Modern, like just little mono red decks.
Yeah.
So 4 of these surveil, just get rid of what you don't need.
Yeah.
Dig down to what you do. And then you've just got suddenly flying 3/3s after a couple of turns.
Yeah.
I could see it being quite a good thing.
I guess it'll find its place, won't it?
Yeah, so whenever you cast a non-creature spell as well, so you get to surveil, so that obviously fuels the Delirium as well below.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So
and obviously in red you'd have a lot of burn, you'd just sit there just like bolt that.
Yeah.
Surveil 2.
Yeah, so you could probably achieve Delirium quite quickly, and then it's a 3/3 fly which attacks each combat. That's the only downside, but something they have to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a command card.
Possibly not.
Definitely not.
Never know.
This next one's good though.
Yep.
Very similar to another card that's printed in the past.
Yeah, so Ignoble Hierarch for a single green for an 0/1 with Exalted, and tap to add black, red, or green. So very much like our friend Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
Bit weird. This is a goblin.
Yeah, it's
Green goblin.
It looks crazy. This is This is the future glimpse.
Yeah, one of my friends was absolutely fuming that this was a goblin. And that it had Exalted. He was just so angry about the whole situation.
To be honest, I'd wipe away the tears because I think goblins are now going green in the future.
Goblins are going to be mono green.
Yep.
Mono green goblins. Yep, sounds good.
No more red goblins.
Pretty good.
I guess
pretty good.
They couldn't have made it an elf. I think if this was an elf, it would be far too good in Modern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd make the elves deck too powerful. Whereas I think goblins wouldn't really care about it. I don't think goblins would want to stray too much to bother with it. And they don't really care about Exalted. They'd go Swarm. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks alright. Guess if you're in...
Opens, what's it called? Phyrexian Poison. Infect is the word I'm looking for. Into a nice Jund Plethora.
Oh, yeah. Nasty. I think it's good though. I think it'll be good in any Jund deck. Nice little 1-drop, taps a mana of any colour, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
Can't complain.
I'll be happy to drop this guy on turn 1 on Jund deck. Next you've got Lonis Cryptozoologist, which is one of the Marrow's teasers, wasn't it? Snake Elf Scout, legendary creature.
Yep.
Who's going to brave this one then?
I will.
Go for
it. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, investigate, and then you can tap it and sacrifice X clues. Target opponent reveals the top X cards of their library. You may put a non-land permanent card with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield under your control. That player puts the rest on the bottom of their library in a random order. So you've got to have a lot of clues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you want that mana value to be high enough to get anything, not just to dig down far enough. But yeah, I don't know. I guess you've got a decent clue deck. This would be fun. I don't know really
Maybe,
how you
I
get
don't
lots
know.
of clues.
You have to investigate, isn't it? That's about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whenever
Tireless
you've got a
tracker or
non-token-
whatever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Things like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. This is just a bit. I don't know.
It's just weird, isn't it? It's just the whole set. It's just like different things, carrying around
Right.
different things.
Like this with the clues. Is it even usable? I don't know. This is it.
It's very cheap commander though, green and blue. If it was your commander, or very cheap, very cheap CMC mana value.
Good point.
So,
And then just any non-token creature entering, gets it triggered?
Yeah, non-token creature. So if you're playing loads of creatures, I guess you'd be getting lots of clues.
yeah,
And the rest is written on the card, isn't it? What you do with them, I don't know. It's just not. It's not grabbing anyone's attention, really, is it? I don't know. We could be completely wrong. It could be going off.
yeah, it could be, but I don't think it is. Like you said, I don't think it's going to be anyone's bag. Well, it'll be someone's bag, obviously, but it's just too much setup to potentially get a free permanent card for X value or less. From
I
among
feel like
them.
I don't know, you want it to be sort of repeatable. You want, like, once you've got the hard work, you can then just like keep tapping it, sort of thing. But you can't because you've just sacked all the tokens.
Yeah.
I mean, if you copy it with Illusionist Bracers or Rings of Brighthearth, you'll be able to get multiple triggers when you tap it when you copy activated abilities because you only.
That's even more setup, though, isn't it? That's even harder to get all of that online.
Yeah, so that's magical land scenario. But yeah, you have to still have a lot of clues out, which is the hoop that you want to jump through. But I'm sure people will jump through it to get it. There's even hoops in the artwork at the top there, then, so people will be jumping through them to make it work. So yeah, moving swiftly on. So we'll try and get through some of these other ones that we're just not going to see any play at all, like this one, Delcon Infiltrator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a draft card.
Just it can't.
Unless there's more.
Yeah. Well, it can't be blocked, and it gets +1 for as long +1/+0 as long as you control 3 or more artifacts.
Don't know. Could use it in my Eurocode deck in Commander, I guess, potentially. Just as a 1 or 2 mana can't be blocked thing, can't be bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
know. Obsidian Charmor is the next one.
Oh, it's a dragon. Just a dragon, man. What is it? Obsidian Charmor.
4/4.
Yeah. Go on, Tom. Keep going.
This spell costs 1 less to cast for each land your opponents control that could produce colourless. Flying, when it enters the battlefield, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls.
So, 1 less cast for each land your opponents control. So potentially it's only going to cost you 2 red.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will only cost you 2 in a commander game.
I was just thinking.
Almost definitely, yeah.
That's crazy.
I think, I don't know, because it's not just It's not just non-basic lands. It's
No,
goblins,
it's the
colourless.
colourless ones, but
So I don't know.
plenty out there.
Yeah, I think you will quite easily get this down for like 3 mana.
You've got three. If you're playing against 3 other people, chances are at some point.
There must be something.
But still, 5 mana is all right, I guess.
Yeah, and he just blew up a land.
Yeah.
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 I think it's quite good. I might put it in a Tarka deck just because it destroys a non-basic land, which is always good. A 4/4 flyer, which basically reads in a Tarka 8/4 flyer because it's got double strike, and then it could potentially be a very, very cheap dragon early on, which can then take out a land. I think it's going to be very good in that deck. So yeah, I like that. This dragon will not appear in the Ataka deck. Arcbound Whelp. Red and 3 for an artifact creature dragon. It's a 0/0 with flying. Enters the battlefield with 2 counters because it has modular 2. When it dies, put its counters on another artifact creature. But then it does have fire breathing as well. So again, just more Zabax fodder.
Yeah.
Or Zabaz, whatever his name is. Calibrated Blast.
Calibrated Blast. It's an instant look for 2 and a red. Oh god. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. When you reveal a non-land card this way, Calibrated Blast deals damage equal to that card's mana value to any target, and you can flashback it from your grave for 3 red and red. So 3 and 2 red.
I do not understand this card at all.
Non-land card.
So yeah.
For the revealed
so you're revealing cards from the top. So you reveal a non-land, and then anything. So once you hit a non-land, do you then put the rest on the bottom that's not that card?
Yeah.
Then do the damage. Then does that go on the bottom?
It's just worded really poorly.
Yeah.
I thought we were over those days. That's why they revised all the cards because of how bad they sound.
Yeah, I don't know why they've changed it. Like, I swear normally this would just read reveal cards into the top of the library until you reveal a non-land card.
Yeah.
Then it should say Calibrated Blast deals damage equal to that card's mana value to any target, and then put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Yeah.
I don't know why they've... It's like the second and final paragraph I feel should just be swapped over, and it'd make perfect sense.
That is weird.
Yeah. I think you'll have... Using this card in any deck, in any format, you're just going to have arguments with people that either don't understand it or think they do when they full well don't.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's easier to bin that off.
Yeah, just bin that off and just use the next card in here, which is Flame Rift. Costs 2 mana, 4 damage to each player. There you go. Sorted. Let's move on to Graceful Restoration.
Mate, I'll be getting one of them. Absolute perfy perf or something. Crikey.
It's quite good. It's quite good.
And then
with those double damage decks and stuff.
And you can just what's that other spell card where you just copy spells and stuff? I got one out of Blinking Strixhaven, I think, a Mystical Archive card. I think you can copy the target spell and then it's got flashback as well.
Oh yeah.
Or something, or if it's flashbacked, it's double. So you'd be doing 12 damage total with this if you flashbacked it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does hurt you as well, though, each player. So you do have to take the damage as well. But
risk and reward, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can do a shit ton of it. Yeah, that's why it's only 2 mana, because you can do 4 damage to each player. So
yeah, I think that's all right.
Yeah. So Graceful Restoration was the card on the artwork, I think, wasn't it? On the booster box.
Oh yeah, it did have that funny swirly stuff.
Yeah, that weird.
Looking at it now, it's like 2 kind of like creatures, horse-like creatures.
Yeah,
kind of yin-yang type thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We were hoping for some really cool, weird creature, but unfortunately we just get
No.
Choose one, return target creature from your grave to the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. One, return up to 2 target creature cards, power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Neither of them things look like they've got power 2 or less. Neither of them look like they need an additional +1/+1 counter on them.
No.
Not for flipping 5 mana.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's another weird one. I'd probably generally just look at and avoid straight away.
yeah, it's not very good. There's better reanimate cards, and when would you want to return 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield? Probably not. You just run Sun Titan instead, which can bring it back every turn. So yeah. Next we've got a Harmonic Prodigy.
Yep.
So 1 red and 1 other for a human wizard. It's a 1/3 of prowess. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +1/+1 at the end of turn. And it says, if an ability of a shaman or another wizard you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So I can imagine that being quite good with other wizard cards, but I can't think of off the top of my head what they would be doing.
There's all sorts for wizards, isn't there?
There's all sorts of wizard triggers, yeah. So I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I imagine that could be quite good in a wizard deck.
Yeah.
With the right stuff. Battle Plan, just a common. Just speed through these. Red and 3 for an enchantment at the beginning of combat on your turn. Target creature you control get +2/+0 at the end of turn. So yeah, it just gives your stuff a little bit extra power every turn, and you can cycle it away for a land.
Yep.
There's a cycle of these. There's the Battle Plan, Mental Journey, Orchard Strider, World Weary, and Landscaper Colossus, which are all on screen for you now if you are watching, so you can see them. But they're all enchantment. Well, they're all cards that can cycle for the basic land.
Yeah. Just draft powerhouses.
Yeah.
Because just early game, cycle them away, don't care. But if you draw them late game, you've actually got a half decent card to do something with.
Yeah, so you've got a card draw spell in there for blue, you've got food token stuff in the green, you've got removal on the black, and then you've got graveyard hate on the white one. So yeah, so a nice little selection of cards there. I'm not going to read them all out because we're not going to use them.
What about the next card? What's going on with this?
Fey Offering.
Fey Offering, yeah.
So this is a good one, I think.
Yeah.
So 2 and a green for an enchantment. At the beginning of each end step, if you've cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell this turn, create a clue token, a food token, and a treasure token.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
That's good.
Just playing green, and you'd be doing that every time, wouldn't you?
The flavor text is, beware the gift when you do not know the giver. From our good friend Tulane, the teller of tales.
Shut up, Tulane, you hot garbage. Yeah, that's, wow. What's the food tokens do again? Is it gaining life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's alright, isn't it? Bit of everything there.
Draw a card, gain some life, get some mana.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously it just goes much better with obviously your token doublers and stuff that cares about tokens like the old Junk Serpent earlier and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's quite cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna speed through some more of these. So if you do have like anything that you want to add, then just stop me if I go off on a tangent.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
Just so we want to get to the ones we want to talk about rather than go through all the commons and stuff.
Yeah.
But this one is the next one, Greed. I saw Josh play it the other day, which is very good.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a reprint, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a reprint, yeah.
It's used in Chair Tribal.
Chair Tribal.
Down set on a chair, but yeah. Pay 2 life, draw a card.
Yeah, pay 2 life, draw a card, 4 mana.
For a black, yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite good.
Yeah.
Feast of Sanity, which is the same mana cost, black and 3. Whenever you discard a card, it deals 1 damage to any target and you gain 1 life. So I guess Turgrid.
Turgrid.
This next one's very very good. Academy Manufactor. So I think it goes well with the one below, the Fey Offering.
Yeah, it's an assembly worker as well.
Yeah. So if you would create a clue, food, or creature token, instead create one of each.
Yeah.
So how would that work with the Fey offering, do you think?
You get 3 of each.
3 of each?
Yeah,
Wow.
because
So when you make the clue, you make all of them. When you make the food, you make all of them. When you make the treasure, you make all of them.
Bloody hell. That is
So, yeah,
good.
I think that could be good fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's quite cool. Yeah, I'm sure
Nice.
we'll see more other synergies that we don't know about at some point with that. And that's a new card as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never
Yes,
seen. Never seen that before. Crikey. No.
Lovely old job. Next, we've got Constable of the Realm. So 4 generic and 1 white for a giant soldier. It's a 3/3 of renown. So whenever it deals damage to a player, if it isn't renowned, you get 2 counters in this case because it's got renown 2, and then it becomes renowned. So it becomes a 5/5, and then it becomes renowned. And whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on it, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent until it leaves the battlefield. So that's quite good in +1 counter decks. Just, what is it, Oblivion Ring? Is that what Oblivion Ring does? It is, isn't it? Just pins it under the
Yes.
Oblivion Ring.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oblivion Ring pin
yeah,
something
That's
till it leaves.
pretty good.
Yep.
But then it's only one permanent that's then pinning down all of these other permanents. So as soon as Constable leaves, they all come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the downside, I guess, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But you can always pin your own stuff down, and then when they re-enter, you get the ETB triggers and stuff, because they will re-enter on this time. So that's quite good. We've got Piru the Volatile, so a big, massive legendary dragon, Elder Dragon as well.
Yeah, I don't really know where this Elder Dragon's come from. I don't know who this fella is.
Yeah.
It just seems like absolute. I'm not even going to say. I don't know. It just seems so strange. Look at the stuff written on it.
It's based on the really old ones, isn't it? It's like the original Nicobolas ones,
Mm.
I think
where
so,
they've got flying and then a keyword. In this case, lifelink. Then at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice it unless you pay red, white, and black.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it dies, it deals 7 damage to each non-legendary creature.
Pros and cons. I don't really know.
Yeah, so it's which apparently is quite flavourful. I think on its death it did blow the world up or something. So
all right.
So they've just translated that onto a card that's not really usable.
yeah, so it's got like a board wipe when it dies.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Josh will kick our asses with this because he'll just keep reanimating it. It will die, then it will kill everything. He'll reanimate it again. It will die. It will kill everything. So it's going to keep.
sorry, we'll just smash him with commander damage.
Yeah.
Doesn't kill legendaries.
That's true.
So he can do that, and then we'll just batter him with one.
Legendary tribal.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She was the Elder Dragon that Dakon killed with the Black Blade, apparently.
Of course. All right.
Andrew
Yeah.
Donnelly.
Oh,
Yes.
So there you go, a bit of flavour for
fair enough. That makes sense.
So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that's used in Mardu. Then we've got Upheaval. So this is a bit of an upheaval been as a result of this card. So blue, and 4 return all permanents to their owner's hands. What do you reckon? Start the game again. Return all permanents to their owner's hands.
It's okay, isn't it? I don't know. Sorcery.
Just says start the game again, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Not a weird one. It's just you better have a plan when you play this.
You're gonna get absolutely.
Just fuck the guy that plays that. Like next turn, just swing with a 2/2. You think, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Return all permanents there in his hands. Yeah, just start again, wouldn't you? Turn 1, play land, pass.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But what I do like on the art, if you can see it, I'm sure the audience can see it on the screen as well, is that on the background you can see the old Odyssey logo behind the text.
Yeah.
Because obviously it was a reprint from Odyssey. It's the same with the Mirari's Wake next to it. It's got a judgment symbol in the background behind the text.
No, so it has, yes.
So any reprints are going to have the old stuff behind it.
Yeah, all the reprints that we've seen so far Yeah, I've got that old little watermark.
I
Oh
don't know
yeah, I hadn't noticed until you just said
No, I
that.
didn't either.
Even like on Greed, which has literally no text really.
Yeah,
There's the giant, whatever set it was from. I can't remember that.
Legends.
Is that Judgment or not? No. Yeah.
Don't know.
Mirari's Wake is Judgment, yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah, it's a bit interesting bit of trivia. Speaking of Mirari's Wake, this is a good one. So green,
this is a good one.
green, white, and 3 for an enchantment. What does it do, Troy?
So yeah, creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana of any type that land produced. So it's a mana doubler. I think it was fairly expensive at one point. Not mega, but could be wrong. I was looking at one once for a deck, but I never made the deck, so I never bothered getting that.
No, it's definitely good. Definitely a good card.
What can you say? Really, it's decent.
Yeah, I mean, I play stuff like Zendikar's Resurgent, which is 7 mana double.
Yeah. I think I stopped playing that. Yeah.
So a 5 mana doubler, which then buffs all your creatures, is pretty good, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in green and white. It's all right. Yeah. It's all right. But yeah.
Next, we've got Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. I mean, Yavimir, Cradle of Growth.
It's his distant third cousin that he did not sleep with.
Yeah. So there'll be one of these for every land eventually, won't there? Now.
I don't know. So I saw this yesterday. Was the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
Can't remember where. Might have been on one of the Facebook groups, and there's a card that this works well with. Quite an old card, apparently. The price has just skyrocketed that card.
Oh wow.
I can't remember what the card was or did now, but let me see if I can find it whilst you're talking about it.
Yeah. So yeah, basically just a version of same as what Urborg does. Each land is a forest in addition to its other land types. So where Urborg makes everything swamps. So do you reckon we'll see each land is an island in addition to its other types? Each land is a mountain. Do you not?
No. I love it, but
one of the designers have said they pretty much won't ever do it. Then again, they said that before about other things, but they don't want to do it because there's Boil in red, which just says destroy all islands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then, how is that different than the other mass land destruction? They should just do it, the cowards.
They should, yeah. They should do it.
Because each land is not just all lands you control or your opponents control or anything weird like that.
Yeah.
It's all lands. It's no different than any other mass land destruction. Okay, I'll take it. But they've said they're not going to do it because of Boil, and then there's one that destroys all planes as well. But
flash fires.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
But fuck them. If you want to run planes, well, this isn't about running planes. This is about changing all the planes. This doesn't make any sense. If your game plan is to use that and that to blow up all the lands, well, more power to you, my friend.
That's one of Josh's strategies. He uses Stormtide Leviathan to turn everything into islands, and then he plays Boil to destroy them all.
So how's that any different? Why not say, Stormtide Leviathan's banned in all formats?
Yeah.
Oh, this...
It does cost 8 mana.
Yeah. This was it. Hidden Path. Is it from the Dark, maybe?
Is it like a little crescent moon thing?
Yeah, the Dark. So it's two generic and then 4 green for an enchantment that says all green creatures gain Forest Walk. Really? So if you're in green... And then you use Yavimir to turn every land into a forest.
Yeah.
All green creatures are then unblockable to anyone.
Yeah, but even that I wouldn't even think that was enough to.
Yeah, I can't.
If you pull off that combo, that's still a good combo, isn't it? It's like it's not a back-breaking one. It's just a fun one.
No, but I think this Hidden Path card now the price has just gone.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
is what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what it was before, but I can't imagine I don't know what it is now, but yeah.
This might also explain the reason why Beacon of Creation's gone up in value, because then all of your lands become forests.
Yeah.
And that cares about how many forests you control, so maybe that's another reason why Beacon of Creation's gone up. Yeah,
Beacon of Creation shot up not long ago, didn't it? I think you and Josh were talking about it.
Yeah, maybe it's because someone knew this was coming out, so they insider trading.
Yeah.
So that happens. So I reckon that maybe that's what it is. Someone got a hint. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not massively expensive. It's like 20 quid now. 20 quid for the
Yeah.
card. So
No, that's still doable for most people, isn't it?
it's still doable, I guess. But
what can you do? This is the kind of rubbish that happens, to be honest. They print a card thing, and everyone's like, yeah, it's really good. Then they're like, yeah, it goes well with this. Oh, wait, that's £1,000 card now.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, they sent Urborg, so I ain't that fussed about it.
No, it's not.
It's a green card that turns all lands into a forest or whatever as well.
Yeah.
And I'm just not interested.
Well, there's no combo that goes with it, is there?
No.
There's no
Apart from-
Urborg. There's no Urborg and Cabal coffers with forests.
There's Hidden Path, and that's about it.
That's it. There might be something that we're missing, but
yeah, I'm sure we'll get told if there is.
yeah.
I can't think of anything else. I haven't seen anything else.
Well, there's the. Oh no, that's I was thinking of something else. I think Life and Limb. I think it makes all of your forest 1/1 creatures and all of your 1/1 creatures forests or something like that.
What is it?
So then you could turn all of your forests into creatures, but again, that's not a good thing, really. I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure there'll be threads on it at some point as to what.
Yeah, wait and see, I guess.
So I've got a couple more sort of bulk stuff here. We've got Legion Vanguard, which is a vampire soldier. It's a 2/2. It costs 2 mana. You can pay 1 and sack a creature, and then it explores. So it's just like an Ixalan mechanic just thrown in here for no reason. We got Territorial Carvu, which is a green-red.
Carvu!
There's a Carvu in here. I think there's a few Carvus, isn't there?
Yeah. Nice.
There's a few Carvus in here. So we've got red-green. Domain, so you've seen Domain on the Draco thing, where it cares about how many basic lands you have. Yeah. It's a star, equals number of basic lands types among lands you control. Then whenever it attacks, you choose one, discard a card. If you do, draw a card, and you can exile up to 1 type card from a graveyard. So, interesting. Probably, more of a 1v1 card, I guess.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's alright.
Herd Baloth. This is quite good. In a +1/+1 counter strategy.
Oh, yeah.
It's a shame it doesn't say. Well, first of all, it's a 4/4 for 5 mana, green, and 3. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on it, you may put create a 4/4 green beast. If it said whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on it, create that many 4/4 green beasts, that would be ludicrous.
Yeah.
Because if you imagine putting the Hydra cards and stuff on this, like that Skullfire,
oh yeah,
that would be mental if that was the case.
Yeah. I guess it's like Rampage and Belofs as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every time a land comes in, you get a thing. I guess that's more fair because you can't just throw out lands willy-nilly.
But then saying that, you've got stuff like Scape Shift and stuff that brings mass lands into play. You get that many beasts.
Yeah.
Because it's every time a land enters.
Yeah, I think counters are definitely easier, aren't they? But yeah. That's all right. If you're in a counters deck and that's
quite good. Then we got.
You'd have to put counters on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could be any kind. Is it just? It is +1/+1 counters, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit. Hello, Breya.
Breya's Apprentice.
Nice. What's this? It's an artifact creature. 2 and a red. When Breya's Apprentice enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 color stop to artifact creature token with flying, and you can tap, sacrifice an artifact, choose one. Exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card, or target creature gets +2/+0 till end of turn, and power and toughness is 2/3. That's okay. I don't know.
Yeah, it does a few different things, but it's similar to Breya. Because I think Breya cares about sacking artifacts to get different things.
She's got like 4 abilities, I think, off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But
so it'd be good in the Breya deck, obviously, because Breya Apprentice.
Yeah, maybe.
How's Andrew saying? It already goes infinite with Cathar's Crusade. What more do you want? Oh yeah, so the Herd Baloth goes infinite with Cathar's Crusade.
Cathar's Crusade, what's that? Oh, the white card, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, whenever a creature enters, you get a +1 counter on each creature you control.
Golly gosh.
So you just keep getting Baloths.
Yep. I even use that card.
Yeah.
Well done, Andrew. Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be quality if you did that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good idea.
Minotaur Tribal.
Here we go. Scophos Reaver.
Yeah.
So red and 2 for a 2/3. As long as it's your turn, it gets +2/+0. So on your turn, it's a 4/3, and then you can pay a red and 1 and discard it, and then oh no, sorry, you can pay a red and 1 if you would discard it. You can then play it for its madness cost instead. Which is quite good.
So you can cast it for a chip. Kill for Mogus. Look at the flavour text. Stop name dropping that son of a bitch.
God of Slaughter.
Yeah, Minotaur Tribal is definitely possible.
Oh yeah,
plenty of Minotaurs out there. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. That's all right, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't do
for
much.
3 mana, but yeah, it gets a little buff.
Yeah.
If it's your turn. I like this next looking guy.
Master of Death.
You've got the same kind of hairstyle.
Yeah.
I've just lost the card as well. Yeah. What does it say? I think it's 1, a blue and a black.
Yeah.
It's called Master of Death. Is it a human? But
Zombie
looks
wizard.
like a zombie. Oh, it is a zombie wizard. There we go. I found it. When Master of Death enters the battlefield, Surveil 2. So Surveil is where you look, then put it into the graveyard, isn't it? Or put it back.
It's like Scribe, but you can put it into your grave instead of the bottom of the library.
That's the one. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, if Master of Death is in your graveyard, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return it to your hand. So you can kind of recur him.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Over and over. It's just like, there's a few like it, isn't there? A few creatures out there that do things like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You can just keep returning it to your hand, keep surveilling, getting stuff into your graveyard.
I was going to say, it'd be that kind of deck, I guess, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't really do much else, so yeah. It's all right. Zombie decks, I don't know.
We will see.
Oh, Absolute Demon coming up next.
Demon coming up next. Archfiend of Sorrows, which is black and 5 for a 4/5 flying demon, and when it enters the battlefield, creatures your opponents control get -2/2 instead of turn. So yeah, it's pretty good. And you can unearth it as well. So obviously you can pay black and 3 and return it to the battlefield. It gains haste. So obviously you can get the creatures your opponents control trigger again.
Yep.
But then you have to exile it, and you can only unearth it as a sorcery. It's okay, but I'd rather just play what's it called? Demon of Dark Schemes, which does exactly the same thing. And it costs 6 instead, and it says 6/5 flying, I think, which causes creatures to get -2/2 when it enters.
Fair enough. So it's just
a worse version of another demon, really.
Hate it when they do that.
Yeah, they just don't print any good ones anymore, unfortunately.
No.
Dermotaxi.
Dermotaxi. Oh my god! Look at the state of this. What's going on? What is it? A vehicle. Artifact vehicle for 2 mana. Imprint. As Dermotaxi enters the battlefield, exile a creature card from a graveyard. Okay. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. Until end of turn, Dermotaxi becomes a copy of the imprinted card, except it's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types, and it's a 0/0. So you tap 2 untap creatures you control, and then it becomes a copy of whatever you exile.
Yeah, that could be quite good.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. In modern, especially, it'd be good because you can just imprint like a Grizzlebrand or Emrakul or something like that, and then it could just become something ridiculous,
something crazy. Yeah.
So
that's cool.
That could be quite good. Could even be good in Commander if you got the right card.
I was just thinking, could be all right.
Yeah. So that's Dermotaxi. Be interesting to see how that works. This is a weird card. This next one. It is funny.
Ragavan.
Ragavan. Nimble Pilferer.
Cost a red.
1 singular red for a legendary creature, Monkey Pirate. And it's a 2/1. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token and exile top card of that player's library. Instead of turn, you may cast that card, and it has dash as well. So you may cast this spell for its dash cost. If you do, it gains haste, and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So I think you want to be casting it for its dash cost, so you can just keep dashing it out and then hitting someone.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah, I was like, why would you dash it? It can't do anything, but it gains haste, doesn't it?
Yeah, so
That's
you can.
being a fool.
Yeah, so you can just keep doing that.
Yeah.
So you want to give it unblockable, really.
Yeah. It's... So can you cast it for its dash cost if you used it in Commander as your commander?
Yeah, just says you may cast a spell for its dash cost. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just an alternate cost. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, it's one of them in Commander. It'll be just one of these funny, janky things, won't it?
Yeah.
But obviously, you could play it in your deck, and yeah, if you dash it, it just keeps coming and potentially coming back to your hand.
No, that's it exactly. Yeah, so it just keeps going back to your hand every turn.
You just play it and hit a player when they're open, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And hope that you get until you may cast that card.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about mana colors or anything, but yeah.
No, that's the only problem is if you hit like a mono black player, you can only use red mana to pay for it, really, which is a shame.
Yeah.
It's not like some of the others that say you may spend mana or mana of any color to cast spells. So
it doesn't say anything like that. So I don't know. It's just one of them, isn't it?
A bit of a shame.
Yeah.
Now we've got a couple of commons and uncommons. You've got Urban Daggertooth, which is a green 2 for a dinosaur, 4/3 with vigilance. Whenever it's dealt damage, proliferate. So that's quite good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Then we've got Auger Morto Vivo, which is in.
Click on it.
So it's Undead Auger.
Undead Auger.
So it's a reprint of something.
Yeah. It's a Modern Horizons reprint.
That's right, yeah.
As the symbol says there, yes. Yeah, whenever Undead Auger or another zombie you control dies, draw a card, lose a life.
Yeah,
that's
staple
right.
Zombie decks.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Where are we up to next? I've lost the cards.
That's right, it's just a bunch of commons and uncommons. We've got Air Amoeba next. This is a 2/4 with flying, costs 1 blue and 3, and you can discard a card to switch its power and toughness into the end of turn. So it then just becomes a 4/2 if you discard a card.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's just generic common, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's just a good way of just getting rid of cards in your hand or chucking stuff into the graveyard.
Yeah.
Which is quite good. Glorious Enforcer, which is white and 5 for Angel. It's a 5/5 flying lifelink. At the beginning of each combat, if you have more life than your opponent, it gains double strikes at the end of turn, so that can be quite good.
Yeah.
Sanctuary Raptor. It's a 3-drop artifact creature bird, 2/1 with flying. Whenever it attacks, if you control 3 or more tokens, it gets +2/+0 and first strike at the end of turn, so it could become a 4/1 flying first strike. And imagine, obviously, from what we've read in this set, there's got a lot of token stuff in here.
Yep, lots of that.
Could be good in sort of limited or sealed environment. If you're drawing these, getting these cards out of your packs to build decks from, could be quite good.
Yep.
Then we got Prophetic Titan. Again, another giant wizard, which similar to the ones on Kaldheim, red and blue ones.
Oh, that was at Kaldheim, wasn't it? Yeah.
There's a lot of red and blue giants in there.
Yeah.
So it's a 4/4 with Delirium. When it enters, choose one. If there are more, So if it's got Delirium, you get to choose one. Oh no, if there are 4 or more cards among card types in your graveyard, choose both instead. So you get to choose one, but if you got Delirium, you choose both.
Oh yeah.
So there's 4 damage to any target. Or you look at the top 4 cards of your library, put one of them to your hand, the rest on the bottom in random order. So I guess it'd be good in those sort of giant decks. Because it has 2 different things on there.
Yes.
Just speeding through these really. This is a cool one though. Scuttle Tide.
Scuttle Tide looks cool.
Yeah, very very unique. Creates crab tokens.
Yeah. Is that new? I don't know. Never heard of it before. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. What is it? So you pay 1, discard a card, create a 0/3 blue crab creature token, and then if you delirium, you get crabs you control get +1/+1 as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. So yeah, create a lot of crabs and then give them +1/+1.
Smash you in the face of them, yeah.
Yeah. Strange, isn't it? Crab tribal.
Led by Charix from Zendikar, the massive 0/17 crab.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Esper Sentinel, so it's a 1-drop, costs 1 white mana for a 1/1. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that player pays X, where X is Esper Sentinel's power.
That's alright.
That's good.
I guess, yeah.
It's like white card draw.
Yeah, white card draw, and all your opponents are going to be paying an extra 1 for all their spells at least.
Yeah, it's like a heuristic study. Do you pay the 1?
Yeah, basically.
That's a good comparison, actually.
Yeah.
So, but then you could put a few equipments, put a few auras on this, and then obviously suddenly they have to pay 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, that could be quite good.
Yeah. Depends how, because what is it? Draw a card. I guess you still only be drawing 1 card, would you? So I don't know how.
Draw a card unless that player pays.
X. I'm just thinking, is it worth pumping Esper Sentinel up with equipments and stuff if you're only drawing 1 card?
No, probably not. But if you've got nothing else to do and you've got a sword out or something, you can.
If nothing more, it'll just infuriate your opponent.
Yeah.
Because you'll be drawing. Yes. Yeah, it's alright.
Instead of saying, "Do you pay the 1?" you'd be like, "Do you pay the 3?"
Yeah. Yeah. I think maybe in Modern it might be better.
Yeah,
just
possibly.
Because smaller deck size, smaller life totals and that.
Yeah.
I guess, like I said, I don't really know, but I guess card draw is probably more important. Like 1 card is, nothing in Commander really, is it?
No.
But yeah, Modern, that's a big chunk of the deck, really.
It is, yeah.
Solitude. That looks cool.
Yep, Elemental Incarnation. So it's a 3/2 flash lifelink. When it enters, exile up to 1 target creature. That creature's controller gains life equal to its power. So it's basically a Swords to Plowshares on a creature which has flash and lifelink, and you can evoke it. So that's a nice little cycle.
Yeah. Absolute. Nev's Disc.
Nev's Disc, yeah. So this is a classic removal spell. Mass board wipe.
Yep.
So we all know what that does.
Yep.
Solitary Confinement. I think this is that a new one?
Oh, it's a reprint in it because of the scales on the card.
Right, okay.
Under the text.
Yeah.
I guess.
Then.
Yeah, judgment in it, yeah.
Nice. So it's interesting. So 1 white and 2 others. Beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Solitary Confinement unless you discard a card. Skip your draw step, and it says you have Shroud and prevent all damage that will be dealt to you. So yeah, just very good for protecting yourself as long as you can sort of fill your hand back up in other ways and just keep discarding cards.
Yeah, I don't know if I've heard of... I can't say I've heard of it off the top of my head.
No, I haven't either.
So
that's the first time I saw it.
But it seems like a really decent white card.
Yeah.
Unless it's like...
Yeah, as long as you can fill your hand up again. Like the Esper Sentinel below is a good card you could combo with it because you'll be drawing cards still.
Yeah,
potentially. So...
Discard. Oh, I have seen this card before.
Yeah, probably quite stacksy. Probably quite a good stacks card.
That one, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
The next one I think I've seen.
Sterling
Grave.
Yeah.
Do you use that? No?
No, I'm probably going to.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been and ahhing about a green and white enchantment deck, but yeah,
Yeah, green
I
and
think I
white's
must
the
have
best.
seen this. Yeah.
Yeah, green and white's the best enchantment colours. Definitely. Enchantress decks, and that's what I've got.
Yeah, that's basically what I want
Yeah.
for a bit of fun.
So this is
But
great.
yeah. What is it? Green and white enchantment. Other enchantments you control have Shroud.
Yeah.
And then you can pay 1, sacrifice Sterling Grove, search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, shuffle, and put that card on top. So, yeah, it's good protection. And then, I don't know, yeah.
Protection and a tutor on one card.
Yeah, so I guess it would be one of those, like, kind of tutor for something absolutely game-winning. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really, very good. And it's an enchantment itself, so obviously if you've got other enchantresses out, you're going to be drawing cards every time you play enchantments and stuff, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous card.
I think it's an auto-include, isn't it, in any kind of deck like that, with lots of enchantments, I guess, in those colours.
Definitely.
Uh-huh.
Good to see a reprint, 'cause it hasn't been printed since Invasion, which is a long time ago.
Wow, yeah. Hopefully
so I don't know what the price is like on that moment.
Yeah. Funnier world. A lot cheaper now, hopefully, once this comes out.
Hopefully, yeah. It's only rare as well.
Yeah, it's only a rare, yeah. No, so, yeah. It's just something everyone can use in those decks.
Yeah.
Is that the top? Have we got another page? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just thinking now, because obviously we've got one more page left. It might be worth doing the next page next week, because we're 2.5 hours in already.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say, I've just seen the time.
Yeah, so that gives us another page of stuff to talk about, and plus, I think next week as well, the spoilers will be finished.
Yeah. I did see comments somewhere. Was it on the website maybe saying there's still loads more to come, or should be?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think by next week we should have all of them spoiled.
Yeah, but yeah, we can pause it here for the time being. Well, we did go through like 2.5 pages tonight, I think.
Yeah, we got through a fair bit.
There's some good cards left to talk about as well, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through them now so that the audience will be able to see some of the ones that we'll probably talk about next week. But yeah, there's some really good stuff in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, every time we've done this, we think, oh yeah, let's go through the spoilers, but it does take a while to go through, especially when you're speaking about each one, especially when we're starting at the start, we're speaking about each card in massive detail.
Yeah, we kind of got lost in the cards, didn't we?
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, but no, there are some really good ones coming up.
Yeah,
probably some reprints and that, but hey, it'd be worth talking about.
Yeah, definitely. I think I was wrong though with regards to the insects, because there's nothing in there.
I can't see anything at the moment. No,
even
which is a shame.
Yeah, but I don't know where Tom's gone. Hopefully he's okay. He's just dropped off.
I think he's on dad duties, maybe.
He's on dad duties. At 11:30 at night. That's how it goes. So thank you very much for everyone that's tuned in today, and we will see you on the next one next week. Going through potentially the rest of the spoilers for Modern Horizons 2, which has been an absolute smattering of a set.
Absolutely mopping up the last spoilers, which there's some good cards. There's some controversial cards, maybe, or just one. Wow, I say controversial.
Just a weird mixture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a weird mix, but yeah, there's this new mana rock thing that people are hating on.
Oh god!
I just ain't having it. I'm not having it.
Yeah, we'll let that calm down, and then obviously we can talk about it next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is it. So ciao for now.
Bonjour, goodbye.
Bonjour, adios.